India's Supreme Court has rejected a plea seeking more compensation for victims of the 1984 Bhopal gas disaster.
Thousands of people died after the leak from Union Carbide's plant in Bhopal, considered one of the world's worst industrial disasters. The Indian government sued Union Carbide, now owned by Dow Chemicals, and the company agreed to pay an out-of-court settlement of $470 million in damages in 1989. Activists criticized the settlement, saying it was a paltry sum and it failed to capture the enormity of the damage. The Indian government approached the court in 2010 seeking enhanced compensation for the victims. Campaigners put the death toll as high as 25,000.
BBC correspondent Ambaras Netharajan reporting. The supporters say a major oil project President Biden is okaying on Alaska's petroleum-rich North Slope represents an economic lifeline for indigenous communities. This is more news and analysis at townhall.com. Israel's government has a problem with a Saudi deal with Iran. The latest from the Media Line's Felice Friedson.
Many Mideast watchers were caught off guard by word of a new Saudi-Iranian agreement brokered by China, but no more so than Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Hezbollah terror chief Hassan Nasrallah. The surprise announcement came just as the Israeli leader told a group of businessmen during a visit to Rome that Israel is planning to build a rail link from its Haifa port to the Gulf's European market. According to the Media Line's Majdi Khalabi, the Iran-Saudi agreement is a resounding slap in the face to Netanyahu and government, which were left with no input, and Hezbollah, which was left in the dark, demonstrating the existence of alternative alliances in the Middle East. I'm Felice Friedson, Town Hall News.
News and analysis at themedialine.org and townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy... What? It's not Monday. Tuesday, everybody.
It's like Monday's slightly hotter younger sister.
Yes. Welcome to Tuesday. It's sure better than Monday.
That's right.
Used to the time change yet?
I'm getting there.
I am getting there a little bit, but it didn't seem right. Like, I woke up about 20 minutes before my alarm went off, and I didn't believe it. Like, I was looking at it like, nuh-uh, it's not really that time. It's earlier than that. And then, no, it is.
No, what's happened is my usual 2 a.m. wake up has become a 1 a.m. wake up, and that's weird when you look at the clock and there's a 1 at the first. Like, what in the world happened?
Yeah.
That's very odd. But yeah, I haven't used an alarm, like I said, in I feel like a full calendar year. I'm just constantly up, and my body wakes up at like 4:45.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Even if you have a late night, like if you say you go to bed late or whatever, do you still, is your body still
for
wake
the most
up?
part?
Yeah.
I mean, I have noticed, like, if I have a late Friday and I'll have to wake up, or I'll wake up on a Saturday, usually around like 7.
Okay.
It's still early. It's just a little later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sleeping in for me. I rarely sleep past like a 7:30.
I do all the time.
My body doesn't let me.
Oh, I'm on the weekends if I don't have anything, I usually don't get up till about 8:30.
I feel like it's a waste, you know. Like I'm just wasting my day.
I don't.
Even though I don't do anything in my day, I still feel like I'm wasting it.
I just that one day I like the fact that and I don't. My wife, she still like over the weekend. I don't know. She was having a thing where she was up at 5:30, 6 even on the weekend. She was up, and I'm like. During the week she's sleeping through the alarm, but on Saturday and Sunday, it's like she's up before the rooster. And
now
she's
a teacher. She sort of like has that mindset of being a morning person. That being said, you're also a morning radio host, and you don't.
I'm not at the morning. No, I do not.
And you've done it for almost near 2 decades, and you've never been able to make that switch.
I just don't. I'm not a morning person.
But you're also not really a night owl, so I think that sort of lends itself to.
This is true. That's where I used to be a night owl, and I'm not no longer. I mean, that's like on weekends and put my younger days aside, military and all that, where you're up all night partying and everything. But
long-haired, sexy Mike,
wild rebel,
just riding a motorcycle with a leather jacket, shoulder pads for some reason.
That's right. Hey. Can never be too cautious. But anyway, you never know when you need some shoulder pads.
Right.
But I used to not be, 1 o'clock in the morning would be something no big deal. Now, Friday nights or Saturday nights, when I'm like, I'm going to stay up late, watch TV. Like 11, I'm like, go bed.
And half the time when it's like I don't have anything the next day, so I know I can stay up late, I force myself to be like, is it 11 yet? Can I go to bed now? Keep checking the clock. Okay, did I do it? Did I stay up?
So new night owl is like 11:30.
So you're the retired. This is what happens to the night owl when the night owl retires.
Maybe. I don't know. I might be an enigma. I don't know.
Now you just float in the middle.
Yeah.
You don't really you're not really a morning person, but you're also not really a night owl.
Well, thank God. I'm not ready to eat dinner at 4 o'clock yet.
That's right.
5:30 at least.
Hey, 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's the kind of guy you are right there.
If I go 6:15, that's when I'm really feeling like, yeah. Living on the edge.
That's right.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. While I go through my breakfast of pudding and cream corn.
Pudding.
Let me give you the rundown. We do have a busy show today.
It's jam-packed.
Yeah, we got a plethora of people joining us today on the show. We're going to have, starting off here in just a few minutes, Layla Ackerman. I think Travis Ackerman's here, too. They've got some students going to Washington, D.C.
Ooh.
And they got a trip planned, and so they're going to tell us about the trip. They're raising funds, looking for a little support to help get there. So we'll talk a little bit about that with them.
Very good.
In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to start things off with a phone call to Raylyn Bean with Central Valley Electric Cooperative. They've got their annual meeting happening this Saturday, drive-through event at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. They'll tell us about that. Then later on in the 8 o'clock hour, Elliot Rodriguez with Loan Depot will join us, give us an update there. I'm sure he's got a lot to say about things like Silicon Valley Bank closing and a lot of these places. So we'll talk about that. He's a realist. He's a mortgage expert. I say real estate's not. He likes that and does it, but he's the guy that gets you the money, not helps you pick the house. But we'll have that conversation with him. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Robert Reynolds will join us for his monthly visit. Pops in each month to give us an update on things happening in and around town. So he'll give us that update about 9:15 or so.
Oh, good.
Plus, we'll have all of your features that include the news of the local and national variety, your Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for this morning's show.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I need to play your Bree Bagwell. He had an interview with Bree Bagwell.
Had a sit-down chit-chat yesterday, about a little 8-minute.
When's she in town?
She'll be here the 17th, so it's this Friday.
This Friday.
Yep. So you got a little bit of time to play it out.
I'll play it.
It's just a little short 8-minute jobber.
Oh, cool.
So.
But she'll be at the Liberty, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good.
Tickets available at thelibertyinc.com. Make sure you get those. It's her In the Trenches tour.
Is she? What kind of genre of country is she considered?
It's Texas country, but it's really just basically.
Okay, I didn't know if that was red dirt per se, or.
It is, but female dirt artists tend to be more mainstream sounding country artists. So expect kind of like a mix of like a Martina McBride, sort of a maybe.
I'm a redneck woman.
Kind of. I mean, not real like real party music, but yeah, like.
Hey, y'all should be proud. I knew that.
I'll tell you this: she's a New Mexico native. The album that she's touring right now is called Corazón y Cabeza, and basically it's a mix
Heart of my head.
Heart and head.
Nice.
It's
Spanish. I learned a couple words.
That's right. It's basically just sort of like an exploration into these past couple years and what it's like to go through hell, the pandemic, not touring, and kind of that whole thing with your person who's also like part of your band. Like, her boyfriend played guitar on many of the tracks in her latest album, so it's sort of just like a celebration of having your person with you for the ride.
Cool. Well, good. Well, we'll play that this week. But in the meantime, you played on your show already.
Played it this hour.
Yeah. So sorry, you'll have to wait for me.
Spoiler. You can hear a preview of that interview if you flip your station over to 92.9 The Brand, but don't do that. Keep it right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. I got my pocket. You got yours.
Unless you're tired of listening to me flap my gums, go listen to the music.
Yeah, well, I'm flapping over there. So.
Yeah, but there's a lot less flapping, more music and
stuff. A lot less flapping, a lot more clapping.
All right, it is 7:14. Let us take a gander at your weather. And mine, too.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking pretty good for the next couple of days, but we will have gusty wind coming in on Wednesday with another low moving across northeastern New Mexico. Sunshine today, our highs close to 70, wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight, mid-40s under clear skies, and then wind gusting to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday. Some sun, some clouds, and we'll hit the upper 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 35 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 64%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny today. Expect highs right around 70 degrees. Winds will be out of the east, later shifting to the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, partly cloudy skies. Expect an overnight low of 44 degrees. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. For your Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs near 80 tomorrow with south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, cloudy skies with an overnight low of 53, so warm overnight too. Southwest winds 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour, so a little breezy Wednesday night. With those winds bringing in some moisture chances for Thursday, Friday, and beyond. We do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon. Partly cloudy, high near 70 on Thursday with south-west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Thursday night, we're looking at a 30% chance of showers, mainly after midnight. Partly cloudy and breezy with an overnight low of 33. Slight chance, 20% chance of rain and snow showers before noon, then a slight chance of just rain for Friday afternoon. Mostly cloudy, high of 51. And then for Friday night, mostly cloudy and 31. We're looking at a 30% chance of rain and snow showers Saturday. And then changing over to rain, mostly cloudy, high near 50. 40% chance of rain and snow showers Saturday night with an overnight low of 31. Sunday, we're looking at a 40% chance of rain and snow showers with a high of 47. Sunday night, 50% chance of rain and snow showers. Overnight low of 32 and a 20% chance of showers on Monday as well, high of 54. So enjoy your couple days of sunny and I don't know, possibly we need the moisture. So I'm happy we're going to get good chances. I just hope we actually get some during that time. So cross your fingers, do your rain dance, whatever you got to do. All right, it is 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you into your Roswell Livestock Report recap with Smiley Wooten. We'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll talk with some students heading to Washington, D.C. on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,604 head of cattle sold on Monday on the steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold steady to 7 higher. Feeder cattle steady to $6 higher. Packer cows and bulls steady to $7 higher. 3 to 400 pound steers $254, $261. 3 to 400 pound heifers $232, $238. 4 to 500 pound steers $238, $254. 4 to 500 pound heifers $221, $232. 5 to 600 pound steers $215, $238. 5 to 600 pound heifers $181, $221. 6 700 pound steers $180, $50, $215. 6 to 700 pound heifers $165, $177. 7 800 pound steers $175 and a half, $177. 7 800 pound heifers $165, $177. Packer cows $95 to $109. Canner and cutter cows $70 to $80. Packer bulls $1 to $121. Feeder bulls $88 to $91. Top half the cow-calf pairs $1,300 to $1,475 per pair. Top half the bred cows $1,250 to $1,550 per head. Now remember, this is the top of the market, and prices range down from this according to quality, quantity, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Need new windows for your home? Beware of the sales gangster. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing and Windows here. A sales gangster is a window salesperson with the mobster mentality. They intimidate, bully, and fast talk you into buying their less than quality windows during a 3-hour pitch. Think I'm kidding? Call a few window companies and see for yourself. Or you can skip the sales gangsters and call Trustmark. We have fair, no-nonsense pricing on our premium windows, and our appointments take only about 60 to 75 minutes. Just long enough to listen to what you need, show you your options, answer your questions, and give you a straightforward quote. Then it's up to you. We can take a no just as easy as a yes, but I'll guarantee you this: no sales gangsters. Sound fair? Call Trustmark Roofing and Windows for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores, and that's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
With high customer ratings, you can trust your locally owned Big O Tires. Now through March 26th, buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock Sumitomo or Cooper branded tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. At participating locations, no cash value.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, we have Lilia, of course, Travis Ackerman as well, the Ackermans as well. We have Nathaniel and Naomi, I'm sorry, I told you I'm scatterbrained with that stuff. Joining us in studio this morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Good morning. Good, and
Good
you?
deal. Doing well. Of course, now you guys, for folks that ever put kids through school at some point, you probably met one of the Ackermans at some shape or form here as well. And of course, you're a teacher at Roswell High.
Yes, I'm a science teacher at Roswell High.
Good deal. So you've planned a trip to Washington, D.C. for some of the students. Is it science based, or is this more for general?
It's just for general.
Okay.
Yes.
Good deal, because they got a little bit of everything in D.C. It's not just history you learn there. You can learn some science and some math and a lot of other things too there while you're at it. Good. So talk a little bit about this trip, how it kind of started and where we're at now with it.
Well, several years ago, Mr. Ackerman took a group of students to D.C., and so when he left Roswell High, I volunteered to
pick up the mantle and said, I'm gonna or grab the baton and keep running with this thing. Very cool. So So talk about the trip now. How many students are you planning to take to DC?
We're planning on taking 4.
Okay, and when is the trip scheduled for summer?
Scheduled for at the end of school. So the very last that weekend we're leaving.
Be warned, June and July is an awfully humid time to be in Washington D.C. Beautiful city. I know you can't, but to be honest, the best time is like right around first part of April. That's when the cherry blossoms and everything kick out.
Oh, yeah.
So now I know that doesn't work because you got school and everything, but just saying that is kind of the sweet spot. But Washington D.C. is a really cool. Now, have you been before?
I have been before.
Okay, I know because of your husband. I didn't know if you had gone with him. Now, Naomi. Are you guys part of the 4 that are going to be going to Washington D.C.?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you guys been before?
No.
Okay, what grade are you guys in?
I'm a freshman.
Freshman?
I'll be a freshman too.
Freshman as well. Okay, very good. Are you guys science buffs by chance?
Not really.
Okay, I didn't know if you were, hey, I do science, I'm going to DC. Just checking. All right, so let me ask you, what are you hoping to see in DC? What are you looking most forward to see?
The monuments. I'm looking to look more, find out more about history.
Okay, very good. What about for you? What are you looking forward most to?
The chance to go to DC I see it as a big opportunity just to learn more.
Sure, seeing everything. Now, you guys travelers? Have you been out of the area quite a bit?
Not really.
Okay, how about for you?
I've been pretty close to DC.
Okay, so you've done some traveling.
Yes, sir.
So where's the farthest you've gone before
Probably
this trip?
California.
California, okay.
And Las Vegas.
That's a haul. For you?
Probably Carolina and Florida.
Okay, so you hit East Coast.
Yes, sir.
You kept going on land till you hit water. Very cool. So that'll be exciting for you guys too. What's some of the things on the itinerary that you guys are planning to visit while you're in DC?
I think for the kids, they have teachers there that are actually going to take them, and they'll take.
So it is a structured trip, I guess you could say, with people at the entities having specific activities planned for the student. Very cool.
They'll take them to all of the monuments, and they'll get to network and meet students across the nation, and
cool.
Just make new friends.
So it's part of where there'll be students from all over the country kind of coming in at the same time as part of a bigger event kind of thing. Cool. Now I guess it's like an education outreach, teaching teaching a little bit of DC and the history, culture, and everything of the District of Columbia there. So
they're going to be learning about and discussing and debating with kids across the globe.
Cool.
Issues that pertain to their lives, our communities. Last time we took a group of students, they met John Lewis.
Oh, that's
famous
cool.
Civil rights activist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shortly after he had unfortunately passed away, but a cool experience for some of the students.
If you guys get to walk around to the Capitol and all that, that's you bump into congressmen and senators all the time. I know my wife, she was telling me about a trip. She went to D.C. This was probably in her 20s. She went with her family, and they got a tour of Congress, and sure enough, they're just diddy-bopping around the hallways. There's Senator Ted Kennedy walking around talking. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow.
They're going to get a chance to speak to the senators and representatives on those issues that they learn about with the other kids.
Very good. You're going to tell real quick who's got the most seniority in Congress and stuff, in the Senate, if you go by the offices, because you're going to see the ones that are down in the basement, they're the new people. They get the bad offices, but the ones that have been in Congress for a while, they'll have the nice plush offices. You can tell when you get there.
Very excited to go see that. And the White House too, right? They get to go by the White House.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all get to go do a tour, or are they not let? I know DC's getting very stringent on that. I'm surprised you can get into Congress, to be honest.
If we're going to actually get to go in it because of COVID and all of that. But
when I was a kid, like I was telling you guys, I'm from DC and lived there. When I was a kid, you used to be able to drive by the White House, like Pennsylvania Avenue. There was cars that went up and down, and then I think during Clinton administration, an airplane, like a biplane, tried to go into the White House, and I think it ended up hitting nearby. And ever since that incident, they don't let people drive by anymore. Matter of fact, I think they got the barriers and all that now. But you used to be able to drive right by there, and you could, wave to the president as you're driving by. So. Not so much anymore, but very cool. So, what's do y'all get to see some of the Smithsonian museums as well too?
Yes.
Good deal. Do you have a favorite of the? Are you familiar with some of the big ones?
More of the more notorious ones, like
Okay.
the famous ones.
Yeah, so like the Air and Space Museum or the Natural History Museum or American History Museum. Those are the three biggies. Those are cool. I know you guys are just going to be in D.C. proper, but if you ever do go back to D.C., the Air and Space Museum has an annex, and it's not in D.C., it's in Dulles area, Virginia, Manassas, that area. It's just west of D.C. And there they got the Space Shuttle, they got the Concorde, the Enola Gay, a few other aircraft. Now, don't worry, you guys have plenty of cool stuff in the main one, like the Apollo 11 capsule. That's the one that took Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, them to the moon. The X-1, Chuck Yeager breaking the sound barrier, all that's in the Wright brothers play. They got a whole wing to the Wright brothers. I think the first 3 flyers are in there now, but sorry, I'm getting a little nerdy.
I get that excited too. It's okay.
Getting a little nerdy. But bringing it back in, but here's the thing. You guys are raising funds. We want to help cover the cost. So how can people get in and support getting these kids to D.C.?
There's a website they can actually go to closeup.org /donate. Is that what it is?
Okay.
And just choose a school, and our school ID is NM046.
Okay.
And so that way, if they choose to donate funds, it'll go directly to our group.
Okay.
And then we can allot funds.
If you don't mind, get a link to Roy there, and we'll make sure we put it in the comments there on the video side of this, so people can just hit a direct click and do, rather they don't have to remember all.
Okay, will do.
We're stupid.
Make it simple.
That's right. But very cool. So when is the trip will be this summer here? So what like is there any prerequisites? Like what the students that got to go? Did they have to? They just express an interest, or did they have to?
Pretty much, it just expressed an interest. And
very good.
We have a lot of great students at Roswell High, and so there was a lot of trips planned, and so our group is not as big as I had hoped, but if we choose to do it in the future, I'm hoping that we can build on that.
Wow, more intimate group means you get to maybe see and do cooler things that maybe a bigger group didn't quite get to do. I'm just saying there's some perks to that sometimes. I'm just saying you might get in to see things that, well, since your little group here, come on in. You know. You never know. Very good. So I'm curious, what are your? I know you're just a freshman, but what do you have plans? What do you want to do? Go to college, or what do you? What do you want to do as a career? Do you know any of that kind of stuff, or at least have an idea?
Yeah, I kind of want to do, I want to be a nurse or an ultrasound.
Okay. Very good. So do you like blood and guts? Good for you.
I'm fine with it.
Some people got to. I'm not one of them, but good for you. How about you? What do you have plans for what you want to do after high school?
My plans are, what I hope for is to go to college for hopefully sports.
Okay.
And if I don't make it for sports, I'll just get a good education and hopefully go to the Air Force or the military.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's your sport, your main sport?
Football and wrestling.
Okay. If you had to pick, what would you rather go as, football or a wrestler? Or is that like picking your favorite kid?
Yeah,
really hard.
That's so hard. To be honest, I think I might go with football.
Okay.
It's more people to interact with.
It is a team sport.
I think. That's
I mean, wrestling at the end of the day, if you lose, they're like, I can't blame the other guy. Just saying. People start saying, "Well, let's go meet let me meet you some people we can talk to." But very cool. What position do you play in football?
I play slot receiver.
Okay.
And
good deal.
I'm hoping that this upcoming season I'll play running back.
Okay. So you got to get a little more physical to be running back. You're gonna be shaking a few more hands than you would be as a receiver. Although a slot receiver, you tend to get a little action too, and going over the middle here. So very cool. Well, good for you. What about as far as say professional football player? Not a lot of NFL players out there. Do you have what would you want to pursue in education wise? Science, business? Do you have a passion? Math? What are you into?
So when I look up to career wise and something I've been wanting to do is electrical engineering.
Okay.
And if I can't get that spot, I'd rather go into that field.
Okay. So a little science and math.
Yes, sir.
red means hot. Don't touch that one. That's my electrical knowledge for today. Did you have a specialize in nursing or anything, or just a general, or do you want to work in a certain,
I feel like just in general.
Okay.
I like to help people. And
Like, would you like to work like an ER or just like a doctor's office?
an ER. would
Okay,
be
so you want it
nice.
fast paced, little, stat. You run around saying things like stat. Yeah, I get you. Very cool. So, now, how long are you guys going to be in DC?
For 6 days.
6 full days.
Mhm.
Good deal. Now, do you guys stay like in a hotel downtown and all that, or how do the? Very cool.
Yeah, there'll be a hotel, and it's kind of like a dorm room experience. So I don't know what kind of.
Okay,
hotel
maybe it's
that
a
is.
college. They got 100 colleges in DC,
Yeah.
so you almost throw a rock and hit a college in DC. Well, certain parts of town. I mean, you got American University, Georgetown University, Georgia. They just keep going. A lot of James and George's University.
The close-up folks make it pretty easy on the advisors because they're constantly monitoring the students.
Good deal.
Yeah,
So you guys actually get to, enjoy the trip. You're not just like, I got 4 kids I got to manage and do everything else.
1,
You're
2,
like,
3, 4.
Yeah. No, it's also like, hey, let's go. You know what? Kids are good. Let's go have dinner tonight. That'd be nice. So, very cool.
It's a good experience for kids in Roswell, New Mexico.
Absolutely.
From when I had taken students a couple years back, they don't always get the opportunity to see the East Coast or see our nation's capital. So to see the monuments, to see the museums, to talk to our representatives and senators, to interact and truly be an active participant in our society.
It is.
It's a great learning experience, and one that some of the students that I had taken still talk to kids from Chile and from
It's a very
Utah.
international city that people don't realize sometimes, and it's like you said, it's arguably the most important city in the world. The business going on, the running of this country, and really the world decisions being made in that city. And the one thing that I know, because I grew up there, people that grow up there take that for granted. I mean, you guys are going to be standing in D.C., and you're going to be a stone's throw away from the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And then right around the corner, by the way, here's the Lincoln Memorial. Oh, yeah, here's, right there's the Washington Monument. This was, during the Civil War, that was half built, and during, the reflection pool, and then seeing if it's just to see all of that. And then you go into any of those Smithsonian museums. You walk in the American History Museum, and there's famous documents, famous relics, famous artifacts. I think they got Phil Sheridan's Civil War horse in there is one of the things. I mean, and that's just
Lincoln's
top hats in there. If y'all really like history, I don't know how structured you are, but wander on down to 11th Street area, just outside of and that's where Ford's Theater is, and that's worth a trip. You're okay now because it's now they put the wizards and the caps down in that area. That used to be Chinatown, and you go like a block past Ford's Theater, you're not in good territory anymore. So, but now they put the MCI Arena, so it's more. They got the Spy Museum down that area now, which is kind of cool too, if you like James Bondy type stuff. And but yeah, Ford's Theater, and then they got the house where he died right across the street. You can go and you can see the cloak. Like they got a museum downstairs there, and you can see the cloak he was wearing the night he died, the pillow, which he died on. The Derringer pistol that was used to shoot him, some of the hoods from some of the conspirators when they were hanged for the crimes. All that stuff is right there in Ford's Theater, and you can look at it from me to you, and that all that's right there in one city, and you're just like, whoa! It's like you throw a rock and hit something old and historical. It's just, and I mean, it's our version of Europe. I mean, because Europe, you go to places and they laugh at our history because it's like it's only a couple hundred years old. Ours is thousands of years old, but for us, this is what we got. So, but it is really. I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's as a person that grew up there, and now 20 years removed from living there, I love that. I don't want to live there anymore. Don't get me wrong. It's a little too fast paced for me, but you'll find out when you get there.
Oh, yeah.
But
the traffic is fun.
Yeah. If do y'all ever manage to get on the beltway or anything like that, or you pretty much stay inside
No,
the
we're avoiding
beltway?
that as much.
Yeah, then you're good to go. That's 5 lanes of 80 miles an hour and then nothing. Just, right, bumper to bumper. It's a mess, depending on what parts of the beltway you're on. But anyway, that'll be very cool. So please help out. Please, now, is there a deadline to get funds to? Because I imagine at some point people are going to you got to actually pay for these things. So
yes, our deadline is really close. It's March 23rd.
Okay, so we got a little over a week here, about
Yeah.
week and a half here to get it done. So give out the website one more time.
Closeup.org/donate.
Okay.
And school ID is NM046.
Very good. Is there, for folks that use Facebook and stuff, is there one of the Roswell High pages have a link that they can go directly onto? Or
Yes.
Okay.
So I do have, right now I have a fundraiser going through Facebook as well. And I think we shared it.
Okay,
It's under-
and we'll make sure we'll share it and get it on there, and that way, if folks would we like simple as much as, and if you have any questions about hey, I heard I want to donate, you can call us. We'll make sure you can get to or call you guys directly, and they'll be sure to Roswell High. Call Roswell High directly. That would be the way to go there here. But very cool.
Oh, and if kids are interested in the future too, talk to one of us, and
Absolutely.
we're more than happy to continue to take kids to.
What's generally
this
the
experience.
requirements? Just to be, for future, if we have a couple kids, listen, I'd like to go next year after here. What?
Any high school student within our community.
Okay. I don't know if they need a certain GPA or
participate.
certain,
Motivated to
raise
Fundraise.
funds
DC.
and
Very good.
go to DC. And
How long have you guys been playing? When did y'all decide that y'all wanted to go to DC?
Was it October? Since October?
Okay, so
It's
probably
been a
Around
while.
the same time.
Okay, very cool. Good deal. It's a fun trip. You guys flying? I'm taking
We're
it.
excited. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll fly out of Albuquerque.
Yeah. What y'all flying into Reagan or National or BWI?
sure.
Okay. Sorry,
They're taking care of all of
I'm getting a little
logistics,
inside. I
so-
was just kind of curious. Well, there's a difference.
they're going to
Makes
hold
it
up this
easy.
sign that says "Close Up." What? Roswell kids over here.
For you guys,
Pick us
especially
up.
since it's your first time to DC, I'm hoping you fly into Reagan National. Because if you fly into Reagan National, as you're landing, you'll get to see the Pentagon, you'll get to see the Washington Monument, you'll actually get to see that's the one airport that goes into DC proper. If you go into BWI, you're going to be, it's halfway between Baltimore and Washington, so it's not, that's what the BWI stands for, by the way. But and if it's out Dulles, you'd be out closer to in Virginia, out that area. So, but if you go into Reagan National, you'll actually fly directly into. You'll see DC as you're flying in, and all that cool stuff. So, I'm hoping that's the one you get.
Oh yeah.
So,
Sounds awesome.
very restricted airspace, by the way, right there. They have a very narrow window there. Bowling Air Force Base is right there too, near it, and they really don't have a runway at that. It's one of the few Air Force bases they don't do a lot of flying out of because of where it's at. It's mostly for, paper pushers and whatnot. But they got Andrews Air Force. You know that one. That's where the president's plane is. That's in Maryland. But yeah, they got all of that, and that's where you. It's just very restricted. They don't let people just fly over DC. They tend to get a little salty when you do that. But definitely a very cool trip, and it sounds something like I think you guys will really enjoy. And who knows? You got to come back. We got to get you guys coming back. Maybe in June, or when you guys get back, we can do a book report on your trip to DC. I'd like to hear on some of the experiences and things. What about food? You guys food adventurists? Y'all like food?
Yes.
How about you?
I would love to try that.
All right,
See how it is across the nation.
Yeah, do you guys like seafood?
Yes,
You
I love
do?
seafood.
You're in a very good seafood area. Maryland, they football and crabs. That's all they know, and so that kind of runs over into DC and all that. So you might want to save a paycheck. Crab's not cheap, but but it is tasty. Very good deal. So now I'm not going to lie. If you say something like red or green, they're going to give you a deer in headlights look. They're not going to know what you're talking about. I'm telling you right now. You give them that. If you say Merry Christmas, they'll be like, dude, it's June. Why are you telling me that?
if you say you're from New Mexico, they might even.
They're like, oh, well, welcome to the United States. Yeah, you don't want that either. So Very good. One more time, give out that link that they can donate here and help these kids get to D.C.
Closeup.org/donate. School ID is NM046.
Very good. And then we'll put the links up on our video. You can go to the Roswell High Facebook page, and you'll find a link there right now. And if you want to do button clicking, and that way you can do. If someone just showed up with like a suitcase full of cash at the high school, would they all take that too?
I would have
Just
to
saying. I mean, no question. Just here's a briefcase. Make sure the kids get to DC. Y'all can do that too. Okay.
Yes.
Just in case some people are like, hey, I want to help out, but I don't like banking. Here's some cash.
Just ask for Mrs. Ackerman.
There you go. I got a big old briefcase full of cash for Mrs. Ackerman, please. Can I ask what it's about? Forget about it. Very good. Is there any information, anything that I missed or we didn't get a chance to cover that we wanted to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I think that.
How about you guys? Anybody want to say hi to? Any mom, dad, boyfriend, girlfriends? Anybody want to say hi to? No?
Just my parents.
Hi to my mom and my dad.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Cool. Any friends?
No.
Hopefully they're not listening.
Oh, they might be jealous. Oh, you know what it is. I know what it is. They're going to want stuff. Hey, when you go to D.C., bring me back. I know that move.
I did want to thank our donors that we've already
Absolutely.
had. So definitely thanks to all of the supporters that we've had up to this point.
We absolutely, because we want to keep making sure these kids get to keep going year after year to D.C., and we do thank you guys for that opportunity. So please support, and who knows, maybe it'll be your kids or grandkids coming on one of these future trips to Washington, D.C. So we want to keep it going. Well, thank you guys.
And thank you. Thank you for having us.
Anytime. And like I said, we got to get you guys, give me a holler, Travis, when you all get back. I'd love, if you all want, I'd love to have you guys come and just share your experience, just so we can get some, just because I'm nosy. I almost want curious what y'all did in D.C.
It's that East Coast mentality.
Exactly.
And we know which is the nation's first capital there, Philadelphia.
It was technically.
Go Birds.
It was technically, but they didn't do it right, so they gave it to D.C. It's like, but we make good cheesesteaks.
That's right. We do.
Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day. Bye.
You too. And I can go to school. Sorry, can we go longer? Did y'all need to delay so you can come in? No, I'm just kidding. Your teacher's right here. Just saying. It's 7:45. Let's go ahead and pause for news. Your Kim Commando update. Your Chaves County sports update as well. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Elvis's former private jet has now arrived in Florida after sitting in the New Mexico desert for decades. A Tampa Bay area YouTuber bought the engineless jet for about $230,000. The king of rock and roll's 1962 Lockheed Jetstar had been sitting outside in the elements at the Roswell Air Center. Presley bought the jet, which seats up to 9, on December 22nd, 1976, for $840,000. It was one of several jets in Elvis's personal fleet, according to the auction site. 2 are currently being displayed at Graceland, the star's former home in Memphis. In legislation widely expected to be signed by the governor, New Mexico school children at public and charter schools will soon be able to get free meals. What's being called the Healthy Hunger-Free Students Bill of Rights recently passed the New Mexico House. It'll now head to the governor's desk. The law would require all public schools that participate in the National School Lunch Program to offer free, high-quality meals to all students, regardless of income. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Today's story is both creepy and Orwellian, and it's bound to get your face, too. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. They first appeared in Britain, Chinese-made facial recognition cameras connected to a central data system that holds mugshots of known shoplifters and other criminals. As each shopper enters a store, a facial scan is completed within seconds. If a match is made, store management is alerted. The system is 97.8% accurate. Hikvision is the name of the Chinese company that makes them. And much like TikTok, the U.S. government lists Hikvision as a national security threat because their cameras capture every face, and that data is turned over to the communist Chinese government. But American crime is so rampant in so many cities that merchants will either adopt these systems or close shop like Walmart has done in Portland. What are merchants supposed to do? But as I said, it's creepy and Orwellian. Hey, sound like a tech pro even if you're not. Get my daily longer podcast called Kim Commando Today. You've heard me recommend SimpliSafe Home Security for years, but I'm not the only one. Just recently, U.S. News named SimpliSafe the best home security system of 2023, and CNET awarded them Editor's Choice for home security. And it's easy to see why SimpliSafe is trusted by experts and customers alike. SimpliSafe is designed with cutting-edge technology and offers 24/7 professional monitoring that costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. And in an emergency, agents use SimpliSafe's exclusive Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence so you can get priority police dispatch. Plus, lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system, all right from your phone. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafekim.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafekim.com, simplysafekim.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking pretty good for the next couple of days, but we will have gusty wind coming in on Wednesday with another low moving across northeastern New Mexico. Sunshine today, our highs close to 70, wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight, mid-40s under clear skies, and then wind gusting to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday. Some sun, some clouds, and we'll hit the upper 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. We told you about baseball yesterday. How about softball? Lots of softball going on, including the Roswell Coyotes playing against Dexter tonight. That's a doubleheader that starts at 4:30 at Roswell. Roswell prepped for this by winning a couple games in El Paso. No problems on Saturday. Roswell demolished Mountain View 21-3 and then mauled Clint, Texas 16-0. The Coyotes are 3-1. Hey, Dexter played last night. A doubleheader. That was the opener for the Demons. Dexter defeated Eunice 10-0. First game of the doubleheader. Second game 11-1 over the Cardinals. Goddard will be in action today as well. The Lady Rockets have a doubleheader after going 10 days since their last game. This will be in Clovis. Doubleheader starts at 4:30. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Bank stocks around the world plunged on Monday on worries about what's next to break following the second and third largest bank failures in U.S. history. President Joe Biden vowed to take whatever action was needed to ensure the safety of the U.S. banking system after Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank collapsed late last week. The Biden administration said Monday it is approving a huge oil drilling project on Alaska's petroleum-rich North Slope, a major environmental decision by President Joe Biden that drew quick condemnation as flying in the face of his pledges to slow climate change. Volkswagen announced Monday it plans to build a major plant for electric vehicle batteries in Canada. The Volkswagen Group and its battery company, PowerCo, will establish in St. Thomas in southwestern Ontario. The start of production is planned for 2027. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
This country can sure be windy in the springtime, and we all know the best thing about wind is when it stops. Well, your friends at Roswell Ford can't do anything about the wind, but we can sure help you find the right car or truck. Roswell Ford has the biggest selection of nice pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico, each one carefully inspected and backed with a 3-day money-back guarantee. We also have brand new Fords arriving almost every day, so you'll want to check with us frequently to be sure you don't miss something. And when your vehicle needs service, remember that Roswell Ford offers free pickup and delivery so you don't have to get out in the wind. Or the Roswell Ford mobile service van can come to you and take care of most routine maintenance at your house or where you work. So whether you're shopping for a new vehicle or taking care of the one you have, you can't do better than Roswell Ford, the tailgate nation, at the corner of 9th and Main. Come see us, but remember to hang on to your hat and don't let that car door get away from you.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trust the service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores. That's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
With high customer ratings, you can trust your locally owned Big O Tires. Now through March 26th, buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock Sumitomo or Cooper branded tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. At participating locations, no cash value.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:54. Got a few minutes here before we get into the top of the hour news. Hey, if you're looking for a good time Saturday night. No, it's not what you think. No. Come on out. We got a big dance coming up. Time to celebrate a good old-fashioned Irish holiday, St. Patrick's Day dance. Cibolo Springs are going to be at Westminster Presbyterian Church, 2801 West 4th Street this Saturday night, March the 18th, from 6 to 9 p.m. Come out and dance to Sidney Richards' 50s and 60s rock and roll. And Marvin Roberts' country western. They are very talented musicians. And they'll, of course, refreshments will include corned beef and cabbage. It is the St. Patrick's Day celebration after all, finger sandwiches, and lots more, in case you're not into corned beef or cabbage, which, if you've never tried it, it's not bad. Just give it a try. I know I get you here, cabbage, like, cabbage, really? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's great. Pairs well with the corned beef. Try it together. Cut a piece of the corned beef and add a piece of cabbage and eat it. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's traditional Irish fare. But anyway, come on out. Be a fun dance. Dance with some great music, great food, and good times. It's this Saturday night, again, at Westminster Presbyterian Church, 2801 West 4th, from 6 to 9 p.m. Also, we were just talking Travis. Of course, Travis and I serve on the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico's board together, and deadline coming up pretty quick through them as well. Thanks once again to the Hayes family, the Linda Hayes Trust, the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. They've once again asked them to be the conduit to help get some scholarships out to high school and this year college students. But the deadline is fast approaching, March 31st. We're just a couple weeks away from the deadline. They are going to be giving away 6 different scholarships to high school seniors and one to continuing education high school or college students as well. They're going to be giving away a $1,250 humanities and art scholarship. One student will be awarded that, high school student. 2 high school students will be awarded the STEM scholarship, $1,250 each. 2 students will be awarded the character scholarship, again, $1,250 each. And then newly added this year, the continuing education scholarship available to all college students. One student will be awarded $1,250. Now, you can get applications and everything at the Historical Society's website. Log on to www.roswellnmhistory.org. Again, roswellnmhistory.org. And you'll find a link there to download the applications, fill them out, and then submit them, again, before close of business on March 31st. If you have any questions, want information, don't hesitate to reach out to Amy McVeigh-Tejas at the Historical Society. You can call direct 575-622-8333. Again, 575-622-8333, or shoot her an email, historydirector@outlook.com. Historydirector, all one word, at the little ampersand, outlook.com. And then I believe there's an essay you fill out and all that stuff. I know this just from, serving on the board there. They have some great people committee that they have a very difficult task of going through all these great applications to find the right students for these scholarships. It is a difficult task. I do not envy them. It's very tough. But at the same time, I want you guys to make that task tough for them. Get as many. I'd love for them to have a bunch of applications. So please get those submitted. They've had a 2-month window they started February 1, and then they'll go through the end of this month. So we're getting close to the 2-minute warning crunch time here on that. But nmhistory.org is the website to go there and get more information about that too. Hey, don't forget today. It's happening today, beginning at 3 o'clock today. The Roswell-Chavez County EDC, the Economic Development Corporation, they're having a hiring event happening at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center this afternoon from 3 to 7 p.m. If you are looking for work, they're going to have city, county, private jobs, all there. Come prepared to be interviewed and hired on the spot, dress for appropriate positions. Come with your resumes and all that good stuff. Be prepared to interview and all of that stuff. Again, it's today at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center from 3 to 7 p.m., 912 North Main Street. If you have any questions, want some more information, you can reach out to the Economic Development Corporation at 575-622-1975. Again, 575-622-1975. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jeremy House. Consumer price increases eased slightly from January to February, but still pointed to an elevated inflation rate. The government says prices increased 0.4% last month, just below January's 0.5% hike. So-called core prices rose 0.5% in February, slightly above January's 0.4% gain. The start of a winter storm with heavy wet snow led to hundreds of school closings, canceled flights, and thousands of power outages in parts of the Northeast. Meteorologist Andrew Orison with the National Weather Service says the storm will bring lots of snow.
Snowfall totals that we're going to see, though, with this particular storm will be among the highest that we've seen for this entire winter season. It has been below average for snowfall across the Northeast this year, and so this nor'easter will be very impactful because we haven't really seen a whole lot of snow.
More than 400 flights traveling to, from, or within the U.S. were canceled. China's foreign ministry said a deal involving the U.S. and Britain in which Australia will buy nuclear attack submarines is a sign the three nations are traveling, quote, down a dangerous path.
In a daily news briefing, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Weibin said the latest joint statement issued by the US, UK and Australia shows that the three countries have gone further down the wrong and dangerous path for their own geopolitical self-interest. In Canberra, Australia's Defence Minister Richard Marles justified the arrangement.
We are witnessing the biggest conventional military build-up that we have seen since the end of the Second World War. and it's happening within our region.
I'm Karen Chamas.
Novo Nordisk will start slashing some U.S. insulin prices up to 75% next year, following a path set earlier this month by rival Eli Lilly. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Over 10 years ago, we realized how important saving family memories was, and we wanted to help. Legacy Box started from that passion and has now helped over 1 million families digitally preserve their film reels, VHS tapes, and photos. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. What started with the two of us in a garage is now over 200 trained professionals. Legacy Box is a safe and secure way to put all your favorite family memories on an easy-to-view digital format like a thumb drive, DVD, or the cloud.
We ship you a sturdy Legacy Box to fill with all your outdated media, safety barcodes to track your items throughout the process, and a prepaid mailing label. Legacy Box has been featured by Good Morning America and The Today Show. Not bad for two kids in a garage.
That's true, Nick. And here's the best part. We always wanted to make it affordable to preserve your entire collection, so we're offering 50% off.
Visit legacybox.com/lbox to take advantage of this exclusive offer. That's legacybox.com/lbox to save 50%. legacybox.com/lbox.
A California court has ruled in favor of a law that allows app-based ride, share, and delivery companies to treat drivers as independent contractors.
A California appeals court has ruled that companies like Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash do not have to treat their drivers as employees with benefits like paid sick leave, bypassing a 2019 state law in a defeat for labor unions and their allies in Sacramento. In 2020, California voters endorsed the exemption by passing Ballot Proposition 22, which does include some benefits, like a guaranteed minimum wage and subsidies for health insurance. Tony West, Uber's chief legal officer, says we're pleased the court respected the will of the people. Mike Robinson, one of the drivers who filed the challenge to Prop 22, says it's not a total defeat since the court ruled the companies couldn't stop their drivers from collective bargaining to get better working conditions. I'm Jennifer King.
On Wall Street, the Dow's ahead 333 points. News and analysis at townhall.com. President Biden travels to Monterey Park, California today to sign an executive order on gun control.
Biden is calling for increasing the number of background checks to buy guns. The executive order also calls for promoting better and more secure firearm storage and ensuring that U.S. law enforcement agencies get the most out of a bipartisan gun control law enacted last summer. Monterey Park is where a gunman stormed into a dance hall in January, killing 11 of the 20 people he shot. Biden has invited to his speech Brandon Say, the 26-year-old man who wrestled the semi-automatic pistol away from the gunman and stopped him from opening fire on a second dance hall. I'm Donna Warder.
The City of Light is losing its luster with tons of garbage piling up on Paris sidewalks as sanitation workers strike for a 9th day. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah.
We made it.
The Deuce.
To this day.
That's right. Deuce Day.
It is. I watched the final episode of The Last of Us yesterday.
You watched The Last of Us?
I did. I dug it, man.
Yeah?
I kind of liked how it ended.
The whole season's out now, right?
Correct.
Awesome. I can go watch it now.
Yes. The final episode of this season. I'm going to be upset because HBO's going to do what HBO does. I complained about yesterday. That girl will probably be 30 by the time season 2 comes out. The young girl that's in it will be 30. But
hey, HBO gonna HBO.
Yeah. So, but they definitely. Now I never played the game. I don't know. I don't have the game.
Maybe now's the time to go back and do that.
I have to go buy a PlayStation or whatever it is to get that.
All right. What are you doing with your money, huh? Honestly.
Goobers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe now that you are cutting back your DirecTV access, maybe now's the time to upgrade to a PS4 or PS5 so you can experience The Last of Us.
Maybe.
And The Last of Us 2, which is kind of redundant.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, have you played them?
No. Not at all.
He's like, he wants me to get it, and then he'll call me up and say, hey, you want to play some Last of Us?
I'll tell you, the last game I got really super duper into was Grand Theft Auto. And honestly, it was 4. I never even played 5. I tried 5, and I couldn't get through the mission to get to the opening credits. That stumped me like 4 times. I'm like, screw this game. You should have a bar. You should not have a bar to setting a bar for me to play this game that I've already played and know the controls to.
We'll get a cheat code.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, yeah, I guess it could
up, down, or whatever the latest one is.
So, like, San Andreas was the same way. It had one of those, like, missions you had to complete to get even to play the game.
Right.
But that one was simple enough that it was like, just ride this bike and don't get shot.
Right.
I can do that for a second. Plus, I know cheat codes.
So, I can't remember. I think it's one of the later ones, San Andreas, Vice City, when I played a couple of those on computer.
Right. You know when, and I played God of War and stuff like that, but you know when games stopped being fun for me is when this joystick moved things up and down and this joystick moved things left and right.
Yeah.
That became miserable for me because I can't work 2 joysticks at the same time.
Yeah.
If you tell me to turn and look that way, that's fine. But if I have to do this thing, no.
That's where the young people got us.
Yeah. They have working thumbs. Sorry.
I grew up on a joystick that had 1 button and a stick.
Right.
Then I evolved to the little stick with 2 buttons.
Mm-hmm. And now there's buttons on their buttons.
Yeah.
My best friend got a PS5, and I was just like looking in awe at the controller. There's like a center panel that is itself 2 buttons.
Yeah.
But it's also another button that like.
And to be honest,
it's haptic, so like if you click hard, it does things versus clicking soft.
In my first gaming experience, I didn't even have a joystick. It was a paddle thing.
Yeah,
it was
television.
It wasn't even in television. It was Pong.
Because that's what I had.
Well, that was next.
Oh, okay.
First was the Pong. My dad had Pong, and he had the Pong Deluxe that had a gun.
Oh.
And a black screen with a white square that went around, and you could shoot the square, kind of like Duck Hunt.
Right.
Way early.
Dang.
But the other games, it was this tube with a little spinny at the top.
Yeah.
And then the tube was spinning. It was just to make the Pong stick go up and down when you play tennis, hockey, soccer, or the other 70 games involving 2 sticks and another hitting a dot back and forth.
You know what's funny about the age of the internet is I discover things about my childhood that I never ever knew. Like, did you know that if you plug in right now in a classic Nintendo Entertainment System the game Duck Hunt and 2 controllers, the first controller is the gun, right? Because you have your gun to shoot, or you plug in a gun and a controller. The second controller controls the ducks.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That is insane. That is mind-blowing to me. And it took a whole generation, 2 generations of video of
So if
humans.
you wanted to get a 2-player game, one's the duck,
one's the duck. You could really like have a whole afternoon of just playing,
ducking and dodging.
Dodge the fish with Granddad or whatever. And it's cool. That's an amazing thing I never knew.
Oh, there you go. Well, maybe we'll go bust out the old Nintendo and blow on the cartridge and get that sucker working.
Fun fact, kids, that actually made things worse. And again, we didn't know that until the internet. But yeah, what happened was you're putting moisture on top of the.
Well, if your blow is clean and dry.
But most blows are not clean and dry.
Well.
Any of these Orify that blow, there tends to be some moisture to that blow.
As long as the old gal's blow is clean and dry,
I don't know about you, but
fine.
my blow is moist.
I think you could
Why does
do
it always devolve to this? Why does it have to come to this? But yeah, no, it's like, thank you, Internet, for teaching us things that either we've been doing wrong our whole life, or like, did you hear the whole grocery store divider debate?
No.
This is a whole thing last week that some DJ, I think in Florida, was telling people they were doing their dividers at a store wrong. So like when you go to the grocery store conveyor belt and you put the divider down, how do you put it down?
Flat.
As like a gate to separate your food from everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, they say you're doing that wrong. You're supposed to put it down lengthwise along the conveyor belt. And they said that's the right way to do it. That's not the right way to do it.
Interesting.
No, it's not. What bugs me is people, you can't just say something is the right way to do something and have it be the right way to. That's wrong. You're taking up too much conveyor belt space, putting that much space between your stuff and somebody else's stuff. That's selfish.
Yeah, it's valuable belt space. Yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
I think you're wasting good belt space.
I think that guy's just being savage.
Right. It's like you can't just say a thing is the right way to do a thing and then it be the right way to do a thing.
Yeah. Well, my guest is on the phone, so let me do this. Let's play weather real quick, and then we'll talk with Raylan Bean from Central Valley Electric Cooperative. They've got their big annual meeting, drive-through event happening this Saturday out at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. So we're going to get you into weather, and then I'll talk with Raylan here on the other side. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking pretty good for the next couple of days, but we will have gusty wind coming in on Wednesday with another low moving across northeastern New Mexico. Sunshine today, our highs close to 70, wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight, mid-40s under clear skies, and then wind gusting to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday. Some sun, some clouds, and we'll hit the upper 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 37 here in Roswell. Humidity at 62%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny today. Highs near 70. That's nice. Winds out of the south 5 to 15. Partly cloudy tonight. Overnight low of 44. Partly cloudy and high of 80 tomorrow. And then rain chances enter the forecast beginning Thursday and linger around pretty much through the weekend. So enjoy your warm weather now and maybe some moisture later in the week. All right, it is 14 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us on the phone this morning from Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Raylan Bean's back with us, or actually with us for I think the first time I've had Raylan on. Good morning, Raylan. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Well, I will say usually I've talked to Leigh in the past, so I think it's the first time I've had you on my show. Good morning.
I think I was there last year. But
were you there? Okay.
Good morning.
I've slept through that. I must have slept since.
I have too.
Well, for folks that are members of CVE, this Saturday you need to free up some time on your calendar. The Central Valley Electric Cooperative's annual meeting event is happening this Saturday. It is like the last couple of years, a drive-through event. It's going to be taking place at the Bulldog Bowl parking lot beginning at 9 a.m. It does behoove you to get there early because they're going to be giving gift cards out to the first, I believe, is it 200 people? I think.
Correct.
Yes, and so there is incentive to get there early, but if you'd like to sleep in and don't care about that, still come on through. But everything starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Good deal. So kind of explain to people kind of how the flow of everything's going to happen and what people need to kind of expect when they go through on Saturday.
Well, so we mailed out our annual reports last week. So if you are a CVE member, you should have got your annual report in the mail last week. And on the inside back cover, we have a map and kind of to show people that will kind of have everything blocked off and have everybody kind of flow through one entrance.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of direct you into two different registration lines. So to kind of help things flow through a little bit easier. But the ladies will get you registered. You'll get a goodie bag. You'll get a ballot. And then you'll get some more information to go over. That way you can kind of fill out your ballot appropriately.
Okay.
And so you'll go through the registration line. Then we'll direct you to park. You can fill out your ballot. And then they'll direct you to one of the two exits. You'll deposit your ballot. And then for the first 200 registered members, they will receive a $50 gift card.
Nice. Which you can, which I'm sure, I don't know about y'all, but I could certainly use free $50 to do stuff I see fit with.
Absolutely.
But they
and then you also will be entered to win some of the door prizes that we have, and we'll draw for those on the following Monday, the 20th, here at the office.
So you'll get your chance to win, and then someone will let you know if you won some of the cool swag of the door prizes there too.
Yes, sir.
But we really do. The big thing is, we would love to have you come and get the gift cards and all that. But they really, this is your chance as a member of CVE to vote. You'll be voting. I believe you have two board of trustee positions that are up for re-election this time. So you do get to make a decision there on that, and want your input on that. So that's come out for the $50 gift card, but they want your input on these kind of things.
Right, and so the two board election or offices that we have open, the first district is the Dexter Hagerman area, and the other one is area. And it doesn't matter where you live. You can live north of Roswell, and you can vote for these districts. You don't have to live in that district to vote for that district.
You just have to be a CVE member. That's about it.
Correct.
And by the way, if you pay an electric bill to CVE, you're a CVE member. Obviously, if you're a property owner of a CVE, that counts. But also, if you're renting a property and you pay your electric bill to CVE, then you too are a member and get to vote. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, yes. As long as the membership is in your name, and whether you're renting and the electricity is in your name, then yes, you would be a member of the co-op.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, if you want to, they're asking if you're one of the first 200 folks to go through, they're going to be giving away a gift card per membership. So I know the move. You're like, hey, you take this car, we'll take however many however many accounts you have in the house is how many members. So I get it. It's a good move, but they one per membership. So if you're a business, your business gets a $50 gift card, or if you're a household, your household gets one. So
right, and you can't register. You can't, like, if you have a business under CVE and you have your personal under CVE, you can only register for one or the other. You can't do both.
You don't get two votes.
Correct. But in the annual report, there is some stipulations. If you provide a letter where your business gives you permission to represent that business, then that can happen as well.
Okay.
But there are there's some information about that in the annual report.
Okay. Which hopefully folks have gotten, because you mail that out to everybody. But
yes, that was mailed last Tuesday. I got mine in the mail on Wednesday. So
if someone didn't get one, can they get a copy as they go through the drive-through?
Absolutely. Everybody that goes through the drive-through annual meeting will get one. It's also on our website. Okay,
so you don't have to wait if you didn't get one, or someone threw it out before you got the chance to look at it. Then then you can go on to CVE's website, which is CVEcoop.org, and you can go and get it there. And you can also learn things about how to pay your bills and do the Smart Hub stuff if you want to get into all that, and you can do all that there at the website too. So,
yep, our website's got all kinds of information.
Yeah. So, what time now? Everything gets underway at 9 a.m. What time are you guys going to wrap up on Saturday?
About noon.
Okay, so you got from about 9 to noon to come on out. Just come to the Bulldog Bowl parking lot there in Artesia. I think most people know where that's pretty notable landmark.
Right.
And then like Raylan was saying earlier, just kind of follow the signs. They're going to kind of have you go through one direction and go through the pass there, and then kind of come out the other side where you drop your bet. So they've got you going a certain way. So just follow the signs and follow the crowd depending on when. I'm sure if you get there around 9, there'll be a line already kind of formed, and just file in and move around, snake through.
Hopefully the weather will be nice for us. Nice enough.
Hopefully. Well, usually if we get rain and stuff, it'll be in the afternoon. So I think from 9 to noon probably be pretty nice. So at least
awesome.
Good deal. We'll cross our fingers. Excellent. But
right.
If anybody has any questions or anything about the annual meeting, of course, like we said, you can always go to cvecoop.org. What's the phone number for the main office if anybody has any questions about this or anything related to CVE?
Sure. It's 575-746-3571.
Very good. And Folks, don't forget CVE members. If you're looking for, say you need like hot water heaters, things like that, don't forget CVE. They offer discounts on this stuff, rebates, all kinds of great things, depending on certain things at different times of the year. But keep your nose to the grindstone on this stuff. Or I always like to sell that if you're maybe doing new construction or thinking about wanting to learn more about geothermal and all that. Go talk to CVE and go visit their complex. They'll be because their whole office is done by that geothermal. They're one of the first in the region and kind of been working with some of the entities to kind of give people information about that if you decide to go that way. But if you're looking for info about geothermal and all that, please reach out to CVE. They'd love to tell you more about it too. It's
absolutely
good source of information. Ask those questions out Saturday too if you want. When you go through the drive-thrus, they'll be happy to put you in touch with the people you need to that can give you the direct information about that. So,
absolutely.
Good deal. Raylan, is there anything we didn't get a chance to talk about that you wanted to?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, but again, this Saturday, March, is that 17th? I think it is.
18th.
18th. It's the 18th. I'm sorry, March 18th. Still wear green if you want, if you carry over from Friday. No one... maybe a different shirt, but come on out and beginning at 9 a.m. Bulldog Bowl parking lot in Artesia. It'll go till noon, so make sure you get in there between 9 and noon. If you come out at 1 or 2, you're going to miss the party. So and your chance to vote and opportunity to get free swag and all that. So good deal. Well, thank you, Raylan. We appreciate the visit, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully before the next annual meeting, we'll have something else we got coming up to talk about.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Well, thank you. We'll let you stomp out all the fires I'm sure you got waiting on you.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was Raylan Beam with Central Valley Electric. They've got their big event coming up this Saturday. All right. It is 8:23. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to have Elliot Rodriguez with Lone Depot join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating two companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Chick Days are back at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Come and enjoy the fun and savings March 24th and 25th. Buy a 25-pound bag of Purina Start and Grow and receive 3 free chicks. Buy a 50-pound bag and get 6 free chicks. Bring the kids and the whole family. There's plenty for them to do. The Runyon Ranch Petting Zoo will be there, and Little Bits Food Truck will be there with their delicious mini donut treats. Chick Days are back March 24th and 25th at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-817-2871. 800-817-2871. 800-817-2871. That's 800-817-2871.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 27 minutes after 8, and joining us in studio this morning from Lone Depot, Elliot Rodriguez back with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Roswell.
How are you today?
We're doing good. It's beautiful outside. It's not windy, so hopefully the allergies won't be so bad.
Yeah. Well, it's been kind of a interesting couple weeks in the financial world here with
you ain't lying.
And now granted you're adjacent to this because you're not a bank per se.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Not a bank or anything, but you are in the financial world as a mortgage lending institution.
Same, yeah.
Sure. So what's kind of, how does when we look at, we see these Silicon banks going belly up and all that on the news, from a Loan Depot and that kind of perspective, what's that tell you guys? I mean, obviously with Loan Depot, they've got some more experience, and there's a reason why these banks are doing what they're doing right now. And it's because of poor management and things. But I mean, it's a scary thing when you get that many people. And so I imagine when Loan Depots and all these other lending institutions, they're looking and they're saying, all right, let's dot our I's and cross our T's and making sure we ain't like Silicon Bank over here.
Well, how do I answer that question? Being politically correct and also not putting my foot in my mouth.
Sure. But I mean, it's kind of one of those things because obviously, and this is...
well, from a consumer perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer you that way. Because I've been so busy that I haven't even watched...
You don't know all the details of why they're screwed up.
No, I saw some of the details, but I haven't sit down and see what we have respond as an entity, as a company.
Yeah.
Okay? And I know this is something, but I was too busy, so I wasn't paying attention.
Sure.
But from a consumer, point of view, it shows you right there how crazy it is, how big the banks are, okay, and the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, there's going to be a handful of people may even end up in jail. But you know what? They may have enough money, they may not end up in jail. And please some kind of bargain deal.
Hey, you can pay for a good lawyer. It does help you.
That's what I'm saying. Let's put it like this, folks. In the end of the day, some of those guys are still going to be rich, okay? And they still going to go and do their own business. They may not be in banking, again, but you know what? You never know because they still come back.
It's all connected at some point. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, but just looking at from the outside and seeing what is happening, it's like if you start, having enough money in the banks, okay, so if you're being blessed and you're doing the right thing for yourself, this is a good example. Maybe you need to, put stuff in different places just in case.
Right.
Okay. Because, a good one, it was Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're talking about how much she lost. The fact of the matter, she hasn't truly lost it yet. Okay. So a lot of folks, they get all worried, their money's gone. If the regulators take over the entity, which I mean the bank, and put everything in place and kind of get things rolling, and people are going to get fined, and some people are not going to get paid like they were thinking they were going to get paid. A lot of these people may recoup all their money because it's not gone. It's just there.
Sure.
It's just some people are saying, we're going on there, we're going to do this, so I'm not going to have your money. It's like, whoa.
Right.
So you're getting paid, you got my money, and you're gonna go under, and I'm not gonna have my money.
Well, and like to the average Joe that doesn't have more than $250,000 sitting in a bank, it's no big deal.
No big deal. Mm-hmm.
You know, you're FDIC insured, your money's fine. It's people like Oprah. But fortunately for Oprah, all of her money's probably not in that one bank. She's got it about 30 different things.
Banks like that.
So it's going to hurt, but she'll be just fine. But there's some people like these mom and pops are talking about that you know, they may have $500,000 in there, but that's everything they got.
I know,
and
that
now,
would be it.
And now they could be, you know, they'll get some of their money because but they may not get it all back because of the FDIC and it now you got Biden sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm going to back him" and all that, but
he's just full of it.
That's a politician talking.
I just put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Politicians are always going to say a whole bunch of nonsense.
Exactly.
Okay, and whatever sounds good for them.
Yeah.
All right. And let's be realistic. It's been crazy in the West Coast forever, even before COVID.
Right.
And this happens, and now the government is going to say, "I'm going to bail you out," kind of deal. Like, come on, you know. And then if you don't bail them out at the same time, but we bail out everybody before once, you know. It's like, come on, seriously.
Well, that's the slippery slope you have when you go down with bailing out. It's like because you do it once and then you got to
not expect it to be done again.
Yeah, and that's now we're kind of dealing with
everybody's
that.
like, but the government don't do this and that for us, blah blah blah. But the fact of the matter is, it wasn't the government that did this. They did it to themselves.
Exactly.
You know, and there's a lot of people that are very rich because of what they were doing to themselves, you know, using everybody else's money.
Well, and I think what'll happen once all this dust settles and they start pulling thing out is you're going to learn the lesson that the difference of capitalism and being ethical and honest versus the non-version.
Correct.
And now you're seeing what good ethical capitalism, and now you're seeing the results of that not being the case. And I think that's what we're going to see when you see Silicon Valley Bank and these guys, when the dust settles and they start going through and start hatching CEOs and all that kind of stuff because of this, you're going to see it's because of some gross mismanagement on that end.
Exactly.
I guarantee it.
Well, this is a good example how we should not keep all our eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
You know, because this is not a good thing, you know.
You know, when you talk about retirement, things like that, you're setting up for that. Don't, you know, you got your 401k at work, awesome, but diversify. Put something else in somewhere else, keep something. So in case something bellies up, you've got a landing spot.
And this is very interesting because, let's be honest, all these banks got their money in some life insurance, you know, account that makes a bunch of money, okay? If anybody hasn't looked into that, you should be looking into all those life insurance. You know, they're not schemes; they're just things that are there.
Sure,
it's just, excuse me. A lot of us haven't taken advantage of any of that stuff.
And there's a lot of different types of life insurance and all that, and so you just got to pick the ones that are best. And not two people are. It really does matter where you're at in your life, where you are financially, what your goals and dreams are, what your You know, if you're someone in your 20s, you don't need to be spending $1 million policies and things like that. You know,
No.
you could. But if you're a little older, more like we're just saying the end is a little closer to the foresight and to the hindsight.
The story's almost over.
Yeah. Then you're thinking, all right, maybe I need to get a bigger policy or get something in place.
But hopefully, you know,
all that will reflect. But that's when you talk with an insurance agent, and that's a good insurance agent will sit down with you and
really
explain
go
to you
through
your
everything.
needs and what you're trying to do, and then customize that.
I think if you go to an insurance agent and they don't explain you nothing, it's time to go to next door.
Go
or
talk to
something.
one that will
Yeah.
sit down and explain that.
Because
to you.
it's the same thing that I talk about all the time. I talk to borrowers, and they tell me I went here, blah blah blah. They tell me I couldn't get approved, and I said, but how? And like we always say this, but why? You know. And I think sometimes they just don't cover other stones and look really good what is there, you know, and have some kind of plan in place, you know. I mean, I got a good example. I got a couple that just came to me last week on Friday, I think it was, and told me the story, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, I don't see why not. Well, everything you tell me, so let's do an application, okay? And guess what? They actually got what is needed to be able to do something. You just have to sit down and put it all together.
Sure.
Maybe some people are a little lazy, I guess. You know what I
Well,
mean?
now some people probably think they don't qualify or things, so they don't bother. You know, and it's like, hey, you got to put your hat in the ring, and then we'll go from there. Because, and this is where Elliot comes in with Loan Depot, and this is why you really are successful at what you do is you that's what you do. You go in and say, all right, look, let's talk about it. All right, where are you at? All right, you can afford a house right now if we do this, this, and this. Or you know what? You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Do this, this, and this. Come back and see me in 6 months. And guess what? We're going to get you in for a house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Elliot really shines at working with people and explaining and kind of, that's why we always talk about how he loves first-time buyers, because he really does, enjoy explaining that process and bringing, educating your homeowner, your future homeowner here on how life works on some of this stuff.
Exactly.
And that's and so you're helping really people create that foundation. Mm-hmm. And once that's there, then your options and choices are limitless. Yes, they open up.
And let me
time.
tell you something. I use my own experiences, to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And obviously throughout the years, all the different things that I've done for different people, different situations, different scenarios, you name it. Okay. Trust me, if you tell me, I've probably seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the fact of the matter is there's always a way. Okay. Sometimes we need to just, take everything outside the box and fold it, neatly and put it right back, and it may fit better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you just have to slow down, stop.
Yeah.
Listen to your lender. Okay. Like I always have said, we don't have any other agenda but to help you buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're in business for. Not in business to waste 20 minutes, half an hour, or an hour of your time.
Sure.
Because it sounds good. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I can talk to you and everything, and I don't have to make a dollar, but the fact of the matter is, I'm there to help you.
Sure.
Okay.
This is we're creating a battle plan, basically, and that's and if you come in with this isn't about people. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, this is all about people and all that. But as far as getting a home, it really is a formula. It's just
it really is.
It's not. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, black, white, green, yellow, whatever. It's all about the formula. If you stick to this plan. You now, granted, more money does help make it easier. Don't get me wrong, but even if you're making a minimum wage, 40 hours a week, if you plan and budget correctly, and this is where Ellie can help you do that, and are disciplined. It does take a little discipline. I'm like, you're gonna have to cut back on a few things that you don't need in life.
Just for a moment too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have helped a few kids, and I had to call them kids. I'm serious because. Young adults, if you may, this new generation, if you may, 19-year-old buying a house. Okay, I mean, folks, we talked about it last month about the new program that they have right now that is still going on.
Sure.
Okay, the state of New Mexico would actually give you, if you qualify, $25,000 grant. Okay, doesn't have to be paid. Okay.
Yeah, that's the grant part.
Yeah, that's the grant part.
Now, granted, there are probably a few prerequisites you have to meet.
Yes, you have to qualify for it.
Sure.
But the fact of the matter is, it's there for the taking, folks.
Yeah, it's free money.
It's free money for once. I mean, like, you and I talk about this, like, there's no such thing as free money, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there are a few things there for you to take.
The juice is worth the squeeze.
Exactly.
Like what they're asking of you is very minimalistic for $50,000 or.
Seriously, let me tell you something. If you're young. Okay, because this is put together to kind of like spice up the market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, trust me, there's a reason behind every nonsense. Okay, right? So it's to help you guys, that maybe don't make too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you would like to own a home, and you just have to be patient and listen to what we have to tell you and do what we ask you. And trust me, you'll buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean. Mike and I would have loved buy our first home, and right away the next day that we actually sign those papers and if they give us the key, we have $25,000 equity out of nowhere.
Right.
Okay. So let's count our blessings, guys, and go for it. So if you're in the fence and you haven't jumped over and you've been waiting and you've been get that little itch to say, you know what, I would like to buy a house, but I don't even know what to do. Call me. Yeah. Okay. Get with me because I will try to help you. What I'm asking you, if you think, oh, I'm stupid or I don't know what the heck I'm doing, you don't need to do it. You don't need to know anything.
All right.
What you need to know is you need to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the information. I'll give you the class so you understand what you need to do because I'm not just going to not explain you what is happening.
Sure.
The fact of the matter is if you're renting, okay, or if you're already getting kicked out of the house, because like mom and dad or whoever is telling you it's time for you to fly.
Right.
Okay.
COVID's over. Time to hit the real world. Yeah.
It's time for you to get out. The fact of the matter is, in the end of the day, God have gave us some tools and people like me that are here to help you. The New Mexico, the New Mexico housing, okay, they have these programs all year long. If you have not bought a house, I help people buy houses, and they barely come with nothing to the table, very little to the table.
That's great.
Okay? And that's crazy, that it's actually there.
Sure. Take advantage of it.
When I was 20 years old, do you think I knew any of that crap? No, I didn't know nothing.
Well, we all know tried and true, and
exactly.
And I'm not saying tried and true still does work today, but typically, we grew up in a thing where we're like, okay, you got to have at least 10% of the cost of the home available as a down payment, and so
every day I get the comments like, oh, I thought I had to have 20% down. It's like, no, that's a myth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. So if you're buying a house, I'm going to do a $100,000 home and as an example real quick.
All right.
Okay. So 20% of $100,000 is $20,000. Okay. Let's be honest. How many people of us have $20,000, lying around? Not many.
Not many.
Okay. Now, if you did the right thing for yourself, you may have it. But that doesn't mean you need to have 20% down to be able to 20% to be able to buy a house.
Let me ask this:
okay.
Who's got 20 grand sitting in the bank and ain't gonna hurt them if you just take it out real quick?
That's the answer. That's the question right there. So the fact of the matter is, if a lender like I, okay, and there's programs available that we allow, some lenders don't use it because they don't get much profit, and let's be honest, they're complicated. But I uncomplicate it. Okay, I make sure that it's a simple process for you.
Sure.
And you just do what I ask you to do and give me what I need. Trust me, you go to work, take care of your family, go on their contract. You don't have to worry about that. Let the agent and I do all the worrying. And if it's anything that is needed to be taken care of, I will take care of that for you. I will ask you.
Sure.
And then you will, respond, from whatever it is that I need from you. And that's it. You just go and take care of your family and let us, the professionals, do all the work for you.
Yeah, and listen to the advice you get from...
And listen to the advice.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, buying a home is very stressful. Okay?
It is.
But if you have the right person in your corner, there may not be no stress at all.
Sure.
Okay? Because I make it nice and smooth. You just have to give me what I need. Now, if I need you to do a class or if I need you to do something or I tell you something, don't get all like... out of shape because I'm asking you something that you're not used to.
Sure.
It's just for a few, okay? Let's be honest. All you have to endure the process is, I close deals in 2-3 weeks, so sometimes it's really fast.
Sure.
Sometimes it's just a 30 to 45 day, wait that you have to do to do this thing. You just do it and give me what I need.
Depends on...
That's it. It's simple,
And here's the thing too is when we're getting back to the listing and the stressful part, it kind of ebbs and flows over the process because the first hurdles are getting the green light to say you've been approved for X amount of dollars, and so you're like, all right, first hurdle. Then the fun part goes, they're like, all right, let's go find our dream home here, and then you're out shopping. And then you finally find that home, and then the next hurdle is, all right, we're willing to negotiate. I don't like this carpeting. Are they willing to discount if I for this or that? So there's that hurdle, and you're like, okay. Then you get on that agreement, and you're like, all right, whoo. Then you got to get the appraisal, and you're like, okay, is this going to appraise at the price we're asking for?
Oh my God!
Yeah, and then when that happens, you're like, whew, okay. And you're thinking, all right, we're done.
Are we waiting? Are we waiting? It's like, what I thought I was done. It's like, no, sir, or lady, I asked you to give me this and that, and you have not.
Yeah. And then after that, you're like, okay, we're waiting in escrow or whatever you're before until that day that you're going through and you're signing all the paperwork. And then the agent hands you the keys and says, welcome to your new home.
It's done then.
There's those moments of nail biting to yay to oh crap. It's just the gamut. And I don't care if you've bought one house or 50 houses. That it may not be
something.
It's always that same.
And folks, ask anybody. Okay, I'm on Facebook. Look it up. You see some of the people. Some of those people. You see your friends buying houses. I post all those deals going on all the time. Call that guy.
Yeah.
Ask him how hard was it, and I swear to God is watching. Okay, if I'm not lying here, I will believe 99.99. All these people are gonna say, oh, it wasn't that hard. Why? Because Elliott's team and him.
Yeah.
Took care of him and took care of me, and it came and gone, and I didn't even notice.
Sure.
Yesterday, I gave a bunch of people answers yesterday because I had a handful of people that I needed to do a few little tiny things from 1 month to another, and guess now? Now they're approved.
Nice.
Because they did what I asked them
Just
to
as
do.
simple. Well, that's just
very simple things too. That's the craziest thing too. You know.
It's all because it's all about semantics sometimes with the computers, and it's like, okay,
oh, trust me, there's so many things that can make a difference.
This little thing's getting a tick against you here, but if I file it this way, now that tick against you turns to a tick for you, and that's the kind of stuff he's talking about. It gets into the weeds a little.
Once in a while, I get a customer that then all the numbers and everything is not even on the red. I mean, it's, and it's like I almost want to say like the what is it? The universe is against this guy. I cannot get him approved. What am I supposed to do?
Bad karma.
What's
going
happening?
on?
Why isn't I liking? There's 26 factors, okay, also that contribute in what kind of interest rate you're going to get. But when you're doing some of those programs, all those factors almost sometimes don't even matter because those programs dictate everything.
Sure.
But there are things that you have in your credit or yourself or something like that would get in the way for us to be able to do what we need to do
little
quicker.
red flags or something like that. Yeah.
And it's funny because this particular individual, I actually got him approved before, and he never moved forward to do anything. And then he moved over here, and while he moved over here, something changed, and then suddenly I couldn't get him approved. And it's one of those puzzles that's like, what the heck? He said that he doesn't let me get him approved. I had him approved a bunch of times. And it's because a few things that they changed and did that now they before they didn't have, and now they do.
Gotcha.
You know, but I don't give up on people.
Sure.
You know, and I got him approved now again. You know, so now it's up to him to move forward and buy the house.
And this is something you work with a lot too, because a lot of times when they go through the process and something stupidly nitnoid is hanging it up, like a $10 phone bill or gas card that you didn't pay off.
Remember, I had a guy that with the Amazon card.
Yeah.
Because of a card that he didn't pay.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to buy.
And it was a ridiculous amount of money. It's like you probably had it in your wallet as you're sitting there talking about it. And
but he didn't notice. He didn't know.
And that sucks when something that stupid's hanging up a $250,000 loan. You know what I mean?
Now there's still not enough houses available. Most of the houses, like a lot of our houses, are a little somewhat expensive.
Sure.
Okay. But there's still homes coming in and out all the time.
I noticed in my neighborhood, I've had 3 for sale signs go up in the last month in my
Are
area.
they still for sale? Or
They are, yeah.
Okay.
They're now they're condos technically.
That's still okay.
So, but my guess is because I did kind of look at one of the things on Realtor.com, and one person was asking a whole lot more than I paid for mine. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Well, the market's still hot.
That's what I'm wondering if they're reaching here or they.
And let me tell you what's happening. So and we have literally forecast everything pretty good. Okay, when we were saying that the rates were going to get better in the end of the year, they did. When we were saying that the rates will get better in the end of the first quarter, is going that direction. But for 3 weeks or so, it was like, what the heck? Okay? But, you just have to stay the course. Don't give up, and then you'll get things going your way, all right? And I will advise you, if you're not doing any of those programs and you're doing a regular FHA or a conventional or something like that, and, your interest rate is what it's going to be, depending on what's happening in the market, which I pay attention, okay? I can tell you, hey, fine, let's go and do this thing. You know what? It may cost you an extra $1 or $2 or $3 grand if you do it now, but it looks like it's going to get better next week or a week and a half from now. You could float it. Okay, I'm not very good on liking to do that.
Sure, because it's not an all the time.
It's not an all the time thing. But if you're in a situation that we need to take that chance to make sure that it's that that you're going to get a better deal in next week because that's where the market is going so far, I'll advise you and I tell you, but it's not something that I do as a norm.
Sure.
Okay.
That's not for everybody.
No,
and it's only for certain situations.
I don't want you to be, if you're going to take that chance, I mean, in the end of the day, you're the boss. Okay. Because I don't decide what you guys do. I advise you, and then you guys decide.
At the end of the day, you're the one that's got to pay for this house.
Exactly.
You're the one that's got to pay,
not
make
me,
the decisions. Yeah.
You know? But if I got best I cannot talk to that. Best interest in hand, which I do. Okay. Because I don't want nobody. I try to get the best deal possible for every person.
Well, and here's the thing, Elliot is like, his mindset is, odds are this isn't the only place you're going to live in the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And if I do a good service for you this time, when you're ready to move again, I hope you call me and say, help me get another house, Elliot.
And it happens.
That's all that happens.
Let me tell you something. I help these folks, and they call me from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably from some of the stuff that we've done throughout the years.
Yeah.
Okay. And I helped them buy a house a couple of years ago. Okay. And I don't know where he just reached out to me last year. Hey, we're thinking about moving to Artesia. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Sure, let's do it. We didn't really move forward to do anything. Then he called me again, just not even a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, we're ready. The wife is getting a new job, you know, so everything is going to get
Everything's
better.
in motion.
We don't want to go back and forth to Artesia anymore. We're going to live over there. Let me tell you something. When you want something, we have said it is always.
Mm-hmm.
This is the line of the free, and the goal is to go and get what you want.
Sure.
And it's up to you if you want it.
It's your dream.
It's your dream. So guess what? They put their house on the market. Okay. They found a place that didn't work out. They went and found another place. Guess what? Actually, they find a place that is completely brand new built, and they're getting a great deal for
In
it,
Artesia.
too. In Artesia.
And that you think Roswell markets that's
a little tougher over there too.
That's a ball of something.
So guess what? I'm helping somebody buy their house, and they're buying another house for themselves. So in a sense, they bought a house first. I'm helping somebody else buy theirs, and they're buying another. That's 3 times because of them.
Nice.
The same individual. And that's what I look for, that signature for life, you know, that I'll be there for you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
If you need me, I'm still going to take care of you just as good as I took care of you before. Actually, you call me again, I'm going to take care of you even better.
Sure.
Okay? I mean, that's good service right there, because I do appreciate that. I mean, by all means.
And plus, let's face it, when this guy's hanging out with his friends and things, and one of them says, love your house, you know, I'm thinking about buying. We'll talk to my guy, Elliot.
There you go.
And Elliot will help you out.
I always said it. You plant that seed everywhere you go.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said it don't matter if I make $1 out of a conversation or not. I'm going to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And hey, like the Bible says, you reap what you sow.
Your reputation and your commitment to your customers is what matters to you, and the rest will work itself out.
Exactly.
Simple. And that's the philosophy you go by, and it worked pretty good so far.
So when I got the opportunity to bring a new company to town, which, folks, again, we talked about this. This is the second largest lender company in the United States that is not a bank.
Sure.
Okay. And it's here with us in town.
And it's really, I love it because now Loan Depot is hardly grassroots now, but it started that way. It literally started some people saying, I'm tired of the BS that's going on in these lending institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's form our own and do it in a way that's not, screwing people.
And a lot of people that follows the market every say, oh, but they did some rough stuff last year. It's like, well, they did those rough stuff to stay strong for you today.
Sure.
Okay? Because let's be honest, look at what's happening in Silicon Valley over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? If you have a lender that is strong, okay, and made some strong decisions, hey, business is business, folks, okay? I mean, you guys seen what's happening in town. We got more business coming to town than we ever seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Second, we have seen also, some business leave as far as like failing, okay? There's so many reasons for those things to happen, so I'm not going to go into that because there's too many speculations.
Sure, we're coming out of COVID. That had a lot to do with a lot of things.
Exactly, COVID too, But the point is, the other folks that didn't fail and still strong, they made some tough decisions to be here still today.
You ever hear the term, "What doesn't kill you, make you stronger"? And that's literally kind of what happened. We're coming out of that.
And
now.
let's see. We hear all these different things. People going here, people going there. But the fact of the matter is, and I say this to some of my peers when in some meetings last in November, you have to wait out the storm. Okay. Remember what they say? Take go under shelter.
Yeah.
Okay, don't mean go outside in the storm. Okay, I mean you might not get struck by the by the lightning, or the wind doesn't take you, or something don't hit you, but something's gonna get you.
Sure.
Okay, wait the storm.
Yeah.
Stay strong, and when you come out of the storm, And be careful when the storm comes through, because you might be in the eye of the storm, and it doesn't mean it's over.
Yeah, look in both directions.
Because it may still coming. And we always said it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Absolutely.
And it has gotten better, it has gotten worse, and then, it goes back and forth, okay? And it's going the right direction, and eventually will get better. And it's been forecast. Folks, we're going to see really good for the next couple of weeks probably, and then probably like in June and July or so, the market will get better again, okay? I mean, they're even talking in the 5s or even under the 5%. Okay?
Oh, really?
So we'll see, okay? There's a lot of things that have to fall in place for those things to take, to happen. But the fact of the matter is, life will continue, Don't be afraid of what's happening in the market. And don't be afraid of what you see out there.
People always need houses.
You're still going to leave a place to live, and we are here to make it easier for you, and I don't make it difficult for people.
Absolutely.
You just have to follow, the steps that I tell you to.
That's that, and be disciplined. Be willing, and that's what if what are you willing to do to make your dream happen? And I'm not talking about doing things like kill people and stuff. But what I am saying is, are you willing to say, you know what, I need to cut back on my entertainment budget for a month? So I can, or you know what, I need to stop hitting the $5 coffee shop every day, and make my 25-cent Folgers cup at the house. Those kind of. If you're willing to do that simple little things, those are really the kind of changes. Or you say, you know what, I've got a $100 cable bill, and then I've got Netflix, Amazon, Yahoo Prime, and all the other 37 things. Maybe I should scale this back a little bit.
Exactly.
That's the kind of stuff, and you'll be surprised. You go through your budget, next thing you know, you've got an extra $300 a month in your budget, and you're like, oh, dang. Guess what? That's a house. That's going towards the house payment, or that's extra on top of my house payment.
Exactly.
That's what Elliot's talking about. That's it's the marathon and not the sprint. And you know what? You'll be able to get your Netflix and your high price coffee after you're done, and after because now you're actually making money because you're making mortgage payments that's vesting back into you. You're not paying someone else's rent. You're building equity, and guess what? And you're going to also find that people will be like, hey, we'd love to give you more money. You're going to find that one, too. People start saying.
It's like suddenly it's like, I bought a house. Oh, everybody wants to give me credit cards.
Yeah. Hey, you want to find out how much they want you? Go buy a house. And then everybody and their uncles hit you up with credit cards.
You'll be surprised how many offers you get.
They'll be like, hey, refinance your house. It's like, dude, I just bought the thing. Yeah, but I got a mortgage at this percent. I'm ready to refinance. Yeah, but I literally just bought. They will hit you heavy.
And also, if you apply, I don't care which lender you apply with.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to get a bunch of calls.
Exactly.
If you don't, do some, output of, getting calls or whatever, the moment that you apply with, I don't care which lender you are, okay, you're going to get a bunch of people reaching out to you because they think you already approved. And that's when you start getting all those, like, you pre-approve. A pre-approve of what? You don't even know nothing about you. Yeah. The fact is, they do know a little.
They know enough to know that they can probably get you in a credit card.
And the credit bureaus, okay, it's the information is for sale out there. Yeah. They don't sell you information per se, but they sell that you are shopping.
Sure.
Okay. And that's when you get attacked by all these different companies.
They sell that you are a customer.
So if you're working with a lender, this is me being nice to all the lenders out there. If you're applying somewhere, stay the course with your guy. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, if something goes wrong and you don't like it, I'm here for you. I'll give you a second opinion, and I'll help you. And I'll probably do better. Okay. But the point is, you're going to get a bunch of calls from a bunch of different people that you and I don't even know who in God's name they are. Okay?
Run with what brung you kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, we're out of time, but give Elliot a call. You can call him direct, 719-237-4680. Again, that's 719-237-4680. You can shoot Elliot an email, Elliot Rodriguez, all one word, one L with a Z at the end, at loandepot.com. Or go to his website, which is www.loandepot.com/Elliot Rodriguez. All one word, again, one L in Elliot and the Z at the end on Rodriguez. And then, of course, you can also call the main office, 505-445-2070.
You'll get routed to me anyways.
Yes. So,
and guys, and the $25,000 program is going on. There's still money out there for you guys. This is the first come, first serve situation. So don't fall asleep. You might not. You have to get up. You know what I say? What is it? The early
bird gets the worm.
Exactly. So
the early bird gets the free money,
and it's very true.
Yep.
Okay,
absolutely.
You have to get up and go and do it.
Elliot will help you out, but you got to call him and put you on his radar.
That's right. We have to get the things going for you, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, sir. We'll see you here next time.
Thank you for having me.
It is 9:01. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. News in progress.
The launch was made Tuesday morning, but did not offer further details, such as how far the missile flew. A day earlier, North Korea said it had test-fired 2 cruise missiles from a submarine. The launches came after the U.S. and South Korean militaries began their largest combined field exercises in years on Monday. I'm Norman Hall.
A class action lawsuit is being filed against the parent company of Silicon Valley Bank, its CEO, and its chief financial officer, saying the company didn't disclose the risks that future interest rate increases would have on its business. The Environmental Protection Agency is proposing the first federal limits for harmful forever chemicals in drinking water. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead from 395 points. The Nasdaq is up 223, while the S&P 500 is ahead by 68. More of these stories on townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Arrest for his outspokenness. He has died at the age of 91.
Correspondent Joe McDonald reporting. Former Colorado Representative Pat Schroeder has died at the age of 82. Schroeder's former press secretary says Schroeder suffered a stroke recently and died last night at a hospital in Florida, the state where she had been residing. Schroeder was the first woman elected to Congress from Colorado. She went on to serve 12 terms. She became one of the most influential Democrats for 2 decades, but never chaired a major committee. She was best known for getting a family leave bill passed and providing job protection for care of a newborn. News and analysis at townhall.com. Lawmakers are asking the State Department to issue a travel advisory related to medication.
It follows a Los Angeles Times investigation into counterfeit pills. 70% of pills sold to the newspaper's reporters were contaminated by fentanyl, methamphetamine, or other powerful drugs. It's become an issue of life and death as a growing number of Americans cross the border each year to buy cheaper medications. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Australia's defense minister says a deal to buy nuclear-powered attack submarines from the United States was necessary to counter the biggest conventional military buildup in the region since World War II. Australian officials say the deal will cost up to $245 billion over the next 3 decades and create 20,000 jobs. It comes at a time that China is rapidly building up its own military. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Jeremy House.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. So then echo guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning.
Everybody wants cheap airfare.
6 minutes.
But where do you find it? You call
9
low-cost
o'clock.
airlines.
Welcome.
Their prices are direct from the
Our
airlines,
number.
and they're so low you can't find these fares.
Good mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome to it. We made it.
We did. We did it, everybody.
It's all here.
Yep.
And
take it in.
And then we'll do this all again tomorrow when you said we made it to Wednesdays. Happy Tuesday. At least the weather's not as nice today.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice. It's supposed to rain, so it's not a bad day. It's just a good day.
My daughter, literally, the first thing she said this morning when I woke her up was, "Not again." I'm like, you just summed up my entire sentiment.
You should have told her, it's like, you're young. You've got years.
Right?
Years of this. It's just getting started. It's drinking in now. Suck this up because you're at a point in your life where you get to get up and, care about things that aren't important.
Yeah.
Wait till you have to get up and I gotta go to work. I gotta go pay the bill.
All right. I have to go commit hours of my life to another human being so I can afford to keep my electricity on and have a roof over my head to keep doing this over and over again.
Yeah, your biggest worry today is, did I get Kool-Aid on my bear? That's all you're worrying about today. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm not trying to be bleak and dystopian or whatever.
But if you're complaining about waking up already, you're gonna have a rude awakening in about 15, 20 years. So remember this.
From a guy who drapes your blanket over your shoulders and then helps you to the cars and gets you situated so he could take you to your mom's house. Pretty much doing everything for you except for moving your legs.
Well, you need to tell her. Pay attention, because in about 20 years, you're going to be doing this for Daddy. You're going to be taking Daddy to the babysitter and changing his diaper.
He's 20 years? You're giving me 20 years? This happened to me in my 50s?
Yeah, probably.
My 50s? Hey. Well, I made it past my dad.
I've seen all that weird food you eat.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Those sodas are going to catch up. That cucumber soda is going to. That sardine soda is going to catch up to you.
Oh, I got the sour soda showdown going down later on today.
Oh, yeah?
I pit two sour sodas against each other to see who's the sourest.
Ooh, what's the...
It's a Warhead's lemon soda versus it's like Galactic sour strawberry that I got from another shop.
What was that green thing you showed me that guy trying that was so sour it was hot? What was it that you...
It was the sour pickleballs, which
That's what it was.
I'm trying to track down. I went to one place here in town that said they're on 6-month backlog. They're impossible to find. I know.
They should make more than 12, because I'm sure there's only 12 people that want it. Really?
Right.
I mean, really, they just need to make a few
Everybody
more.
wanted it for the for the TikTok.
Run another batch of them or something,
Right?
and they'll be good to go.
There's a weird market out there for odd food, man. I mean, it's growing by the day.
Because everyone's got a computer and a TikTok account, so they just or YouTube account, and they just want to create something and try to find their niche, because we all see it. We're like, how does that guy make $100,000 a year doing that? And how do I get? And so you got a lot of. It irritates
me, but at the same time, when you sit and you watch a professional TikTok video with cuts and then you go to create one, you realize how hard that actually is. I'm to the point where I want to hire a video editor to start editing my videos.
We might know a guy.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I think I might.
I don't know a lot of people, but I might know one of those guys.
Or have one of our guys train me in how to edit video.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or maybe partner up and
it can't be that much different than editing audio. Because I've trained myself to study and look at waveform and know I could edit a commercial without even hearing it.
I would imagine, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Video's a different medium, so I don't know if the editing is the same mindset as audio editing or not. I'm not qualified to answer that question. So, but anyway, by the way, do a plug. You got do you have a channel or you
just on TikTok?
Just your TikTok?
Yeah, Sean Spalls 929 on across pretty much all social.
Okay, and then you can go watch, and he's been doing a lot of the what is that called? Freeze dried or puffed up?
It's freeze dried candy.
Yeah, it's taking candies like Skittles and things like that, and then they freeze dry it, and it turns it into a whole nother candy, pretty much. It's kind of like you ever wanted to have like a Whopper but tastes like Skittle. That's kind of like what's going on here.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
It's a new and interesting way to take on candy.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately upped my caloric intake for the past months. Having to tamp it back a little bit, you know.
Me and Wilford are hanging out in the same meetings now.
We need a TikTok taste tester's no good for the diabetes.
That's right. And no one wants to watch health food taste testing.
That's right.
So.
Today we're trying bok choy.
Yeah. No one wants to see that video. So, until you request spinach and kale dishes, then this is what you get. So, but let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a bit. Robert Reynolds will join us for his monthly visit in just a few. He keeps us up to date on things happening in town and around town, so we'll get that update from him in just a bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with news of the local variety, along with your Wall Street business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. So, I'm getting a little hankering for something.
I've had, it's weird, I usually am not hungry in the morning. I've been hungry all morning long.
You know, I think I told you this off air, but my wife and I have kind of been obsessed with those popcorners. You know, you saw the Super Bowl commercial with the Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
For those corner things. Well, they have like 4 or 5 flavors. I've managed to try the white cheddar, which tastes like like popcorn.
Right.
It tastes oddly similar like that in a chip form, which is good. I have tried the sea salt, which my wife did not like, but I like it because I like plain chips
Just
and things.
simple, right?
So it's a simple. So I dug it. The big winner, the one seed that's been by far the crack-inducing one that we like, is the kettle.
Yeah, kettle corn, which
yes,
that sounds awesome.
It's like a chip with a kettle corn taste. It's like if a chip, kettle corn popcorn, and a rice cake had a kid, this thing would shoot out, and that's what it would be. And it's tasty.
As Troy from Community said, kettle corn, that's a fun time snack.
They have others. There's another flavor I bought, but I have not tried yet. Spicy queso.
Oh, okay.
And I saw online, I have not seen it physically, but there's like a cinnamon apple one out there, too.
All right.
I saw online.
That sounds delightful.
It does, but I have not procured it or seen it yet. I've only seen it online.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. It was cinnamon, and I thought apple, but I honestly remember if it was that or a different fruit. But I think it was, anyway, after having the kettle one, I feel like the sweet on these is better than the savory. Savory's good with the white cheddar. The sea salt, it's really unremarkable. I mean, if you're looking for a snack and you're like, I don't like the taste of things,
right?
Then you probably won't like that one. But the kettle, if you're going to go in new, grab the red bag of kettle.
Gotcha.
That's the one to go
So
with.
what you just did right there, basically a TikTok video. That's just basically, I just, I'll take all the different flavors of the freeze-dried Skittles and I'll rank them by how, my personal preference. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Simple as that.
Pay me $100,000, please.
All right. Check, please. Yeah, I've got like 12 views. So that's you got to work your way up.
Couple more, you get yourself a shrimp cocktail.
Right. Well, last month it was 10, so I'm working my way up,
There we go.
Viewers.
There we go.
That's right.
Killing the world
literally one person at a time.
One TikTok viewer at a time. All right, it is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking pretty good for the next couple of days, but we will have gusty wind coming in on Wednesday with another low moving across northeastern New Mexico. Sunshine today, our highs close to 70, wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight, mid-40s under clear skies, and then wind gusting to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday. Some sun, some clouds, and we'll hit the upper 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 39 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 57%. Winds currently out of the south at 6 miles per hour. Sunny today. Expect highs near 70 degrees. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight. Looking at an overnight low of 44 degrees with south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, partly cloudy. Highs near 80 tomorrow. Shorts, definitely. Winds will be out of the south, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, the clouds roll in, but still relatively warm overnight. Overnight low of 53. Winds will be out of the southwest. A little breezy, though. They're blowing in the clouds and the weather. 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. With those breezes Wednesday night, they're bringing in rain chances for the next few days. We're looking at a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon. Partly cloudy, highs near 70. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Thursday night, we're looking at a 30% chance of showers, mostly after midnight. Mostly cloudy otherwise with an overnight low of 33. They say winds will be breezy. Friday, we're looking at a 20% chance of rain and snow showers before noon, then just changing over to rain after that. Mostly cloudy and a high of 51. Friday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 31. And then looking at the weekend on Saturday, we've got a 30% chance of rain and snow showers before noon. Then again, changing over to rain, mostly cloudy, high of only 50 on Saturday, so not going to be too warm. Then Saturday night, we're looking at a 40% chance at showers before midnight, then changing over to snow after that. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 31. Sunday, we're looking at a 40% chance of rain and snow showers, mostly cloudy, high of 47. Sunday night, we're looking at a 50% chance of rain and snow showers, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 32, and then a 20% chance of rain showers on Monday, high of 54. So enjoy your sunny and warm for the next couple days. But about Thursday through the weekend, we got chances of rain and might even see a snow shower or two. But they don't really talk about accumulations because the temps are like in the 40s. So I don't think we're going to see like snow shoveling snow. You might see some flurries here and there. So do your homework, kids. All right, it is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and then Robert Reynolds will join us here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Time for some facts. Xena Security Services, LLC is 100% locally owned and operated. You may have heard rumors that Xena Security was purchased by another company. Rest assured, these claims are absolutely false. Xena Security has been and will continue to be a trusted, locally owned and operated company dedicated to providing our customers the security and monitoring solutions they need for their home or business. Don't believe these rumors. Be secure in your security with locally owned and operated Xena Security. Call 575-626-3521 or stop by 218 West 1st in Roswell. Xena Security Services, LLC, locally owned and there when you need it most.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
At Artesia General Hospital, we want to help you feel better faster. And when prescribed by your provider, IV therapy can be one of the quickest ways to help you feel well again. Our infusion center services include antibiotic or allergen therapies, blood transfusions, and medication infusions for chronic conditions like Crohn's disease and osteoporosis. Whether you choose care at the clinic or hospital, you can expect a highly skilled staff and a private, safe setting with your comfort in mind. Referrals and appointments are required. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/infusion.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-503-3735. 800-503-3735. 800-503-3735. That's 800-503-3735.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Robert Reynolds, back for his monthly visit. Good morning, Robert.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. I'd just like to say hi to Tom Strama and Gina.
They're out listening this morning?
Yes.
They at house, or are they out at like Burger King or something?
Yeah, one of them's working and one of them's getting ready to work, but they're both going to listen to the radio this morning.
Well, hopefully get to work safe.
Yeah.
No issues getting to work. Hopefully everything's smooth sailing for you. But it takes you long enough to hear the whole conversation in the car to work. That's what maybe we can take a few extra blocks to get through here. But for folks not familiar, Robert joins us once a month to promote things happening not just in town here, but around town as well, other neighboring communities and things like that, and keeps a whole list of events. Of course, good news is some things that we hadn't had for a while, like the senior circle and all that they've come back and they're doing their thing. The Genealogical Society, they've been back for a while now doing their thing. So all the things that were closed for a long time that Robert would tell us about are now opening back up and stuff. So we've got quite a few things to tell you about. So,
yes.
Yeah. Let's start with the Genealogical Society and just talk about their next meeting and what they've got going on.
The Genealogical is the Wilson Cobb Library. It's the second Thursday of each month at 1:30, and they're having a special guest, and everybody's welcome for the seniors.
Okay.
And the dues are still the same, $9 per couple and $4 for the single.
Okay, and that's for a year, and then you get access to their library and, of course, all of their materials and things. If you love genealogy and want to do some research, like they have access to all your Ancestry.coms and all that stuff too. But then they've got their own actual library of books and things and lineage and stuff of people in this area. So especially if you're born and raised in this area, you probably want to take a visit to that Wilson Cobb Library. You probably find some stuff about your family in there. So
yeah, they're open on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 to 4.
Very good. So come on by or you can come on out to their next meeting again, which will be that second Thursday of the month at 1:30 there.
It could be the 13th.
That'll
of April.
Be very good. So you missed this month, but here in about a month, we'll go to the next one here.
Yeah.
Vitalent, of course, they've got blood drives and stuff if you want to donate. But tell folks the number, if they want to give the gift of life to who they need to call.
You can call Vitalis at 575-840-8178 for appointment and information.
Absolutely. And then if you want, when you do sign up for an appointment, everything, she can and if you're a first-time donor, she can give you a link to the website so you can kind of pre-register and do all that. So when you go to donate blood that day, you really roll in roll up your sleeve and roll out. It's very quick and easy. So that's definitely an option there for folks. But definitely, blood supply lines are always in demand, and now so more than ever. So that you'll never hear Vitalant or anyone else say, "No, we've got enough blood for everybody. Thanks for donating." No, they want your blood. So please give if you can. It's one of the easiest things you can do that has the greatest impact on people and helping people. And it's very minimal effort on your part. You sit there, you let them suck some blood out of you, you eat some cookies and some juice or tea afterwards, and you go home. That's how you do.
I've donated every 2 months, and they're always in need of, they do a real good job there.
Yeah, and especially if you're the O types and all that, the rare ones, or the universal blood types, they could really use you. So
yeah.
Good deal. Let's talk about VFW. They meet at Grace Community Church. Talk a little bit about their next meeting.
Yes, they're going to be at Grace Community Church at 7 o'clock. It's the last Thursday of each month. Mm-hmm. You can call Jason, 575-910-1860, and he'll give you all the information.
Yep. VFW Post 12184, I believe. They meet there that last Thursday at Grace Community Church. I know they're getting ready to do a golf tournament in May to raise funds, and they've got an organization they're helping out with. Reach out to Jason. If you don't do phone, they have a VFW Facebook page that you can just type in VFW Roswell or VFW 12184, and it'll pop up, and you can like and reach out to them that way, or come to their next meeting, which will be that fourth Thursday at 7 p.m. at Grace Community Church.
Yeah,
so, good deal. Talk about is that the Roswell is that flute ensemble? Okay, I thought it was folkloric over.
That's community band.
Okay. Oh, I missed one. Yeah. I skipped one. Yes, talk about the Roswell Community Band.
People from 6:30 to 8. You can call Sandra, 575-626-2776.
Okay.
And she'll give you all the information.
I guess they're looking for all band players?
Yes.
Like if you drums, saxophone, clarinet, whatever you play.
All of it.
They want it all for the for the band concert. Cool. And then speaking of music, the Roswell Flute Ensemble, they meet, and they're looking for experienced flautists all the time to be a part of their organization too.
Yeah, they've been on Thursday at 5 p.m. The locations vary. You got to call Ricardo at 575-914-1379, and he'll tell you where they're going to meet.
Okay, perfect. And again, they're looking for. They don't teach people to play flute.
They want the experience.
They want people that know how to play, and they do concerts and things. Yeah. So if you played flute in school, and maybe you haven't picked it up in years, or maybe you've been continuing playing and look to play with other people, come on out to the flute ensemble and meet to their meetings at 5 p.m. there.
Yeah.
Kiwanis Club, they meet. I think they meet every other week, don't they, or twice a month?
First and third Tuesday of every month.
Okay. And they usually meet at Cerritos restaurant there. If you're interested in being a Kiwanian, come to their next meeting. Like I said, I think it's about 11:30, 12. They meet at Cerritos there on the first and third Tuesday of each month. And come out to the meeting and learn more about Kiwanis Club and what they do. And they focus on children. That's kind of their main focus, is helping out kids, the all-inclusive park, things like that. That's the kind of stuff that Kiwanis gets behind. So just if you're looking for what they do. Talk about the free breakfasts again and starting back up. Talk about that.
Now, this breakfast is so good, and it's free. It's last Saturday of every month. And from 7:30 to 10 a.m. It's at St. Andrew's Church, and they take anybody, no matter how much money you make or what.
It's just
it's still, you can come in and enjoy
community
yourself.
breakfast. Come on out every last Saturday of the month, about 7:30 till about 10, and come on out and free breakfast. Just come on out. Don't care if whatever it is, you hungry, want breakfast, want to meet some people and talk. Come on out and hang out and have breakfast. Again, free breakfast every month, the final Saturday of the month.
And if you're still hungry, you can go back and get more.
Because they got everything, right? They got everything from eggs to bacon to sausage and pancakes. It's kind of like a whole Grand Slam breakfast every last month. That's great.
That's so good.
Good deal. Let's talk about, is this a cancer support group there at Grace Community Church?
Yeah, Cancer with Grace.
Okay.
Support group meetings just 2 times a month. You can check Wednesday at the date site at RoswellGrace.com. And Cancer with Grace is they go from 7 to 9 o'clock on 2 times a month.
Okay.
And you can call the church and they'll let you know.
Good deal. Yeah, give them a call if you. I would imagine for folks that are fighting cancer, dealing with cancer, this is a support group for them. But I imagine too, if you're the family members of and are helping, part of the fight with them, even though you're not the one with cancer, I imagine they work with those folks too. So
yeah.
So please reach out if you have questions or looking. And who knows, maybe they have resources. There's always strength in numbers, and now you're talking with a bunch of people that have walked in the same shoes you have or are walking the same shoes you have. And there's a lot of strength in that sometimes. So I hope folks that are going through that reach out to them and see if they can help them some. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So good deal. Talk about First United Methodist Church. They're doing their meals again too.
Yeah, the First United Methodist Church, they got their Wednesday meal at 5 o'clock. And it's still $5 a person. The children are free. And the number is 575-622-1881. And they make some delicious meals there.
Yeah, they get the little family meals, and it's like that every Wednesday. And one week it could be like stroganoff, next week it could be something else. So they really do put some good food out there.
Yeah.
So very good. But that's every Wednesday at First United Methodist Church. And then they start about what time is it? 5 or 6?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Very good. Talk about Trinity Methodist Church. Talk a little bit about their services and what they've got going on.
The Trinity Methodist Church is really a nice church. I've been going there 8 years now, and the early service is 9 a.m., the second service 11 a.m., and I sing in the first service, and Pastor Young is really a nice person to talk to, and we enjoy ourselves. And like on the first service, we got 10, 12 people, and the second service, it's a small church. We only got about 120 members altogether, but it's real friendly, and they keep it nice and beautiful in there.
So if you're looking for a church home, maybe you're looking for a little smaller, like more, smaller family, 'cause sometimes with smaller folks, it's a little bit more personal, or smaller amount of folks, a little bit more personal. So if maybe you're looking for that experience or looking for a church home, come on out Sundays to Trinity and see what they're about.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, good deal. Let's talk about the Pecos Valley Quilters and their next meeting.
The Pecos Valley Quilters, they meet the first Wednesday of the month at First Methodist Church in room 111, and you can contact PecosValleyQuilters.org.
Very good. Yeah, they're always probably looking for new quilters and more people to take up the quilting bug and keep going with it. So it's one of those things we need to keep. Crochet, quilting, these are all arts that are kind technology and things. We're seeing less and less people do them, so it's good to see people keeping those traditions going and keep them strong and keeping the next generation informed on how to quilt and do those things. So, good deal. Let's talk about Wednesday Book Club. They meet, and so if you're a reader, probably want to
the Wednesday Book Club, the fourth Wednesday each month, and you can call 575-627-6707 for more information.
Okay. Do you know where they meet? Off the top of your head, or was it just in the paper?
It's just they don't have where they meet. You got to call. I guess.
Okay, and they'll give you all.
They probably might go different places.
Yeah, they'll give you the secret knock and all that good stuff to get in. The clam chowder, the password, all that. Let's see. Let's talk about what is this?
The
Crocheters and Kitten Connection. Okay, talk all about this. This is new to me.
Crocheters and Kittens Exchange. It's the yarn shop.
Okay.
At 103 Pennsylvania. And Donna Davis is in charge of it at 575-752-2118. I left out a number. But anyway, go by 103 Pennsylvania, and you can see it.
Very cool. So a few crafters out there,
I left
crocheters.
off one number on there.
Crafters and crocheters, come on by and see what they have to offer there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the crafts and what I can't read that. Something pals meeting, Pen Pals meeting.
There's a Sew Craft Pen Pal. Meeting 6 years and over every Wednesday from 1 to 3 at the Roswell Museum.
Okay.
At 575-624-6746.
It's another chance for socially doing crafts and things and stuff. Just this time out at the museum. So very nice. Okay, let's talk about the dance happening on St. Patty's Day at the Adult Center.
Yeah. It is coming Friday at the Adult Center. This will be the first one back in 3 years since the pandemic.
Nice.
And it's 18 and up, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m., and it's $5 a couple, $5 a person or a couple for $9.
Okay.
And you can bring your own food, cold cuts, not hot food, and drinks. I call them. And I don't know if what band it's going to be, but it's going to be really nice.
Nice. So come on out and maybe wear some green in case you don't get pinched, because it is St. Patrick's Day. So put your green shirt on or green bow in your hair or something. Do something.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the High Prairie Poetry Society in your next meeting.
Yeah, High Prairie Poetry. We meet the first Saturday of the month, except for Christmas dinner and May picnic. We don't meet June, July, and August. We'll be at Grace Community Church, 2 p.m., room 101 on these months, September, October, November, February, March, and April. Everyone of all ages are welcome to come. And this coming Saturday is our meeting at Grace on the 18th at 2 o'clock, and come in the west door. And at 2 o'clock, and we can have some wonderful poetry. You can read poetry. You can take and quotate it, and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, if you just love poetry, we'd love to have you come to the meeting. That's like if you write it or read it or just like hearing it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'd love to have you come and be a part. If you like poetry, that's the only connection here. If you love poetry, then we'd love to have you. That's kind of it.
We got dedicated 12 people. Anybody can come to any high school, whatever.
Old, young, in between, don't matter.
Yeah, don't matter what age. So you can always enjoy yourself,
Yeah, come on out, check it out. At worst, you don't like it, you'll come back. But if you like it, then you probably make a good group of friends and something that y'all have common interest in. So it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it earlier, but let remind folks, Senior Circle is back open now. So if you've been hankering to get out back to the Senior Circle and doing some of the movie nights and some of the fun things they do and some of the guest lectures, they are back in operation.
Yeah, the movies are on Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
Every Monday.
Very good. But they're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 1, it looks like now. So come on by and visit and get caught back up with friends and everything else, too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, here's the dance at Westminster Presbyterian Church. March 25th, they got a dance there, too.
Yeah, from 6 to 9, it's $5 a person.
Okay.
And they got a country and western band.
Very good. Good deal. Let's talk about the legendary, what is this? Oh, it's an exhibit. May 7th, the legendary Black Cowboy. Was it Outriders? Is that what it says?
Yeah, Outriders, yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
The Outriders Legendary, the Black Cowboys exhibit. You can call 575-758-9896, and they'll give you all the information.
Where's that at? Is that...
I think it's in Artesia.
In Artesia, okay. Yeah. I was curious. It's in May, so I was just kind of curious about that. In Carlsbad in May, they've got the... what concert is this? The what tour? Healer tour? Yeah. Healer. Oh, Casting Crowns. Yeah, Casting Crowns will be... I know Sean's been giving away VIP things on his show on the country station, but yeah, in May 30th, or March 30th, I think it is what it is, Casting Crowns in concert at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts Center in Carlsbad. They are a, I guess, nationally renowned Christian band. If you love Christian music, the Christian genre, Casting Crowns is a big deal in that genre of music. So
the number for that is 575-703-5735 for more information for the Casting Crown.
Yeah, and be listening to Sean's show for a chance to get VIP passes to that sucker. Be a good show. Let's talk about the event happening in Alamogordo here.
This is a little ways off on May 24th and 26th. We'll bring it up some other time.
Okay.
April 28th, June 23rd, July 28th, August 25th. The fourth Friday of the month is at the Griggs Sports Complex from 6 to 10 p.m. They're going to have music at 575-439-4279 for more information.
Nice. If you're heading up to the Gallup area, they've got an event going on through this weekend. The honoring Larry Cat. What is it?
Larry Cashew.
Cashew. Okay. Tell me a little bit about this.
It's 505. I'm sorry, 482636.
Okay, so that's event
Gallup.
More
Information.
That's going on. I guess it was March 2nd to the 18th, so it wraps up this weekend. For all you football fans, Artesia on April 1st, and this is real despite the fact it's on April 1st. April Fool's Day, it is real. They're having a meet and greet and speaking opportunity. Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer Kurt Warner is going to be in Artesia, speaking at the high school gym. Call the Artesia Chamber of Commerce for tickets, but there is a very limited window of tickets, so you might want to be calling.
It's going to be free. You can get the ticket. You call Chamber of Commerce Artesia 575-746-2744, but you have to have a ticket to get in.
Yes, and you might want to call soon. Don't wait till closer to April 1st. The sooner you call, you might want to be calling today, because I have no idea how many tickets they got left, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a packed house, and you're going to want to get your tickets sooner rather than later. But go see Kurt Warner and hear what he has to say. Even if you're not a Rams or Cardinals fan, Kurt Warner's a good dude. I think I think he's probably going to be. I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about, but I'm sure it's about his career, and he's a devout Christian too. So I'm guessing some of his speech may go in that direction too. That's just, I'm guessing. I have no idea.
I think he said he's on 2 Super Bowl champions.
He does. He's won Super Bowls there with the Rams, and he's a Hall of Famer. Kurt Warner. He's on the NFL Network now, I think. I think he still works for NFL Network.
Yeah.
If you watch NFL Network on Sundays or whatever day you watch it, you'll see Kurt Warner on there doing his analyst stuff and all that. So, yeah, he's a kind of a big deal.
They did a good job getting me to come to Artesia.
Yeah. Sure, that costs a pretty penny to somebody, but I don't know anything about that. Let's move on to Cloudcroft, March 18th this weekend. They've got their they got a parade, or what is that going on there?
Parade. It's still pending what time it's going to start.
Okay.
It's 575-682-2733 for more information on when it's going to start.
Good deal. While you're there, hit that bakery. Get some of the bread and pies. It's really good. And then let's move on. April 22nd, we've got a concert. Is that at the Anderson? I'm trying to. It's the number 25 there.
It's going to be a jazz, the month contest.
Okay.
Concert rather, 6:30 p.m. at the Pecos Valley Winery.
Okay.
And the Anderson twins are going to be there.
Oh, that's where I saw the Anderson twins. Yeah. It's not at the Anderson, it's the Anderson twins. Now I got it.
And the number is 254-592-1462 for more information.
Very good. So get your jazz on and come on out. Again, that'll be at Pecos Flavors Winery, so come out and have a meal and a drink and enjoy the Anderson twins, 6:30 p.m. Let's talk about the monthly tabletop games that are happening at the museum every first Saturday.
No, every first Saturday of the month, 1 to 5 p.m. And they got a lot of stuff going on. It's 575-624-6744 for more information. And I went there and watched some of the kids and stuff, and they do a really good job in there.
Oh, yeah, they have. So if you love gaming, want to meet some people and play some games, and, because that, sometimes your friends and family get tired of playing your games. So you want to go and play with people that like it. So come out to the tabletop games. You meet people that are into gaming like you're into gaming, and now you make friends and all that. So enjoy that. One more thing we want to put on people's radar.
Yes.
This Sunday, First United Methodist Church, the Four Chaplains Ceremony, American Legion Post 61. It was supposed to happen back in February, but the weather kind of pushed it out. It didn't happen, the wind. So it was rescheduled for this Sunday. So this Sunday, 3 p.m. At First United Methodist Church there on Pennsylvania. Free event.
Yeah.
It's not that long. You'll be in and out about 40 minutes, and you can come and hear the story of the four chaplains, and it's an amazing story. And therefore, spoiler alert, they made the ultimate sacrifice for people. So it doesn't have a happy ending in that way, but you hear the bravery and dedication and the inspiration that these four chaplains did. So I'd love to, if you got a few minutes on Sunday, come on out and join us 3 o'clock. American Legion Post 61. We do this ceremony every year to honor these four men and to bring awareness to what they've done. It's kind of an American Legion thing. Yeah. And we would love to have, just come on out. Come out. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. If you want to learn more about American Legion, come out. We'll be happy to tell you. If you don't care about that, just want to see the ceremony, awesome. Come on out and sit. Find you a nice, comfortable spot there in the pews at First United, and we're good to go. So
I'm going to wear my Marine Corps shirt there.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great, and it's not funny, but it is funny. Is when you tell the story, it's almost like the start of a joke. like a priest, a rabbi, and a minister walk into a bar, and it's literally the story because they're all 4 chaplains. One's a Jewish, one's a Catholic priest, one's a Presbyterian, I can't remember. But what they do is amazing. So
yeah,
very good. Well, Robert, as always, appreciate the visit. We'll see you here in a month on April the 11th. Next time he'll join us, and we'll have hopefully a whole another couple pages of events and things that are becoming and happening and all that good stuff. So
yeah, thank you very much, Mike. Y'all do a good job here, and have a good month.
Well, you do the same. Glad to help, and we'll see you probably at Burger King or something.
I hang out at Burger King Round Table.
There you go. I do like their original chicken sandwich. It's one of my favorite ones out there. The long one. I don't know. Something about the juice when you bite into it tastes good. Just me. All right, it is 9:45. Let's get you up to date with weather. Your Sean Hannity update, a New Mexico legislative update as they're getting ready to wrap up the legislative session very shortly there. So we'll have that for you. Quick break as well. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Sorello. Elvis's former private jet has now arrived in Florida after sitting in the New Mexico desert for decades. A Tampa Bay area YouTuber bought the engineless jet for about $230,000. The king of rock and roll's 1962 Lockheed Jetstar had been sitting outside in the elements at the Roswell Air Center. Presley bought the jet, which seats up to 9, on December 22nd, 1976, for $840,000. It was one of several jets in Elvis's personal fleet, according to the auction site. 2 are currently being displayed at Graceland, the star's former home in Memphis. In legislation widely expected to be signed by the governor, New Mexico school children at public and charter schools will soon be able to get free meals. What's being called the Healthy Hunger-Free Students Bill of Rights recently passed the New Mexico House. It'll now head to the governor's desk. The law would require all public schools that participate in the National School Lunch Program to offer free, high-quality meals to all students, regardless of income. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
It was the Daily Mail that pointed out this is not a one-off. Financial markets brace for more pain from Silicon Valley after, a possible death spiral with First Republic, PacWest, and Signature Bank stocks now going down by up to 50%, and tech giants unable to access frozen billions. What is the long-term impact? Dramatic. What is Biden's answer? A $7 trillion record budget with massive tax increases, wanting to raise, the income tax by 5%, raise taxes on small business, nearly doubling the capital gains tax. He wants a tax on unrealized capital gains, a massive increase again on corporations, a Medicare tax. None of this bodes well for the economy.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
A cyber thief can steal the equity in your home without you even knowing. Now, it's a financially devastating scam. It's called home title theft. Now, cyber thieves hunt for the title of your home online. Then they'll forge your signature on a transfer document stating that you sold them your home when you didn't. Then they'll take out loans on your home with your equity, or they'll sell it to an unsuspecting buyer. And by the way, they're gone. Your money's gone also. Your home is not in your name anymore. And now you're hiring attorneys to try and save your home. I protect my home, my equity with Home Title Lock. You should too. Home Title Lock, they put a virtual shield around your home's title. Now, that's the instant they detect activity or tampering around your home's title. They help shut it down and shut it down fast. First things first, get a free title scan with sign up to verify your home is safely in your name. Then mention my name, Sean, and you get 30 days of protection at HometitleLock.com. That's HometitleLock.com.
This is Jason Espinoza with today's Capitol Report. Senate Bill 464, known as the Agritourism Promotion Act, sponsored by Senator Mo Maestas and Senator Crystal Diamond, passed its second Senate committee yesterday and now heads to the Senate floor for consideration. The legislation requires the New Mexico Outdoor Recreation Division of the Economic Development Department to increase agritourism. Agritourism is defined in the bill as activities that allow members of the public for recreational, entertainment, or educational purposes to view or enjoy rural activities, including farming activities, ranching activities, or historic, cultural, or natural attractions for recreation, entertainment, or educational purposes. The New Mexico Economic Development Department analysis notes that agritourism is a bridge industry between two of the department's target industries, outdoor recreation and sustainable agriculture. The department stated that agritourism operations bridge these industries and provide a niche for outdoor recreation in the growing popularity of agriculture in New Mexico's diversity of rural and urban areas. The New Mexico Tourism Department similarly notes in its analysis that the potential for agritourism in New Mexico, as the desire for sustainable tourism activities increases among travelers, agritourism is growing across the country. For the New Mexico News Network, I'm Jason Espinoza.
Your weather forecast is brought to you by Do Right Roofing. For a free estimate, give Do Right Roofing a call today. 623-2273. That's 623-2273.
Need new windows for your home? Beware of the sales gangster. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing and Windows here. A sales gangster is a window salesperson with the mobster mentality. They intimidate, bully, and fast talk you into buying their less than quality windows during a 3-hour pitch. Think I'm kidding? Call a few window companies and see for yourself. Or you can skip the sales gangsters and call Trustmark. We have fair, no-nonsense pricing on our premium windows, and our appointments take only about 60 to 75 minutes. Just long enough to listen to what you need, show you your options, answer your questions, and give you a straightforward quote. Then it's up to you. We can take a no just as easy as a yes, but I'll guarantee you this: no sales gangsters. Sound fair? Call Trustmark Roofing and Windows for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking pretty good for the next couple of days, but we will have gusty wind coming in on Wednesday with another low moving across northeastern New Mexico. Sunshine today, our highs close to 70, wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight, mid-40s under clear skies, and then wind gusting to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday. Some sun, some clouds, and we'll hit the upper 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Jeremy House. Consumer inflation eased slightly but remained high in February.
The government says prices increased 0.4% last month, just below January's 0.5% rise. Excluding volatile food and energy costs, so-called core prices rose 0.5% in February. That's slightly more than January's 0.4% gain. The Fed pays special attention to the core measure as a gauge of underlying inflationary pressures. Even though prices are rising much faster than the Fed wants, some economists are expecting the central bank to suspend its year-long streak of interest rate hikes when it meets next week. Bob Agnew reporting.
Novo Nordisk will start slashing U.S. insulin prices up to 75% next year, following a path set earlier this month by rival Eli Lilly. Facebook's parent Meta will slash another 10,000 jobs and will not fill 5,000 open positions as the social media pioneer cuts costs. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Jeremy House.
Need new windows for your home? Beware of the sales gangster. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing and Windows here. A sales gangster is a window salesperson with the mobster mentality. They intimidate, bully, and fast talk you into buying their less than quality windows during a 3-hour pitch. Think I'm kidding? Call a few window companies and see for yourself. Or you can skip the sales gangsters and call Trustmark. We have fair, no-nonsense pricing on our premium windows, and our appointments take only about 60 to 75 minutes. Just long enough to listen to what you need, show you your options, answer your questions, and give you a straightforward quote. Then it's up to you. We can take a no just as easy as a yes, but I'll guarantee you this: no sales gangsters. Sound fair? Call Trustmark Roofing and Windows for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
It takes a long time to develop trust. At LaGrone Funeral Chapel, they've been earning your trust for decades. They understand how important it is to friends and family to celebrate a life in the way you choose. The professionals at LaGrone will ease your stress and anxieties. They'll provide the guidance you need to select a service that's appropriate. And that's what they've been doing for generations, earning your trust and doing the right thing. LaGrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, 900 South Main in Roswell. Online at LaGroneFuneralChapels.com.
Get lucky all month long at Roswell Nissan. With a lot stocked with great new and pre-owned vehicles, and with zero down on nearly every vehicle, you'll save a pot of gold. Like a 2016 Ford F-350, zero down, just $439 a month. Or a 2021 Nissan Versa, zero down, just $221 a month. How about a 2014 Toyota Camry, zero down and only $189 a month? And if that's not enough, does no payments for 90 days sweeten the pot? Come save a little extra green during the Luck of the Irish sales event at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9, closing in on 9:56, about ready to wrap up the show. Hey, I got something to put on veterans' radars. I just got an email with all the information. I'd heard this was coming, but I didn't have all the details. Now I got it. So let me share them with you. The Chavez, they're going to be having a Chavez County Veterans Symposium. It's going to be an event taking place on Thursday, March 30th, and it's an all-day event from 8 to 5 p.m., and it's going to be out at the National Guard Armory down at the south end, 1 West Earl Cummings Loop in Roswell, down by the base, down that area. The event will start at, it says at 8 a.m., but the schedule events with services and all that, services available all day beginning at 8 include, they'll have the Veteran Property Tax Exemption Waiver Clinic. So if you want to look into getting some tax exemptions and things that you haven't taken advantage of as a veteran, you might want to check that out. Claims Clinic hosted by the DAV, VA Regional Office, and the NMDVS, Department of Veteran Services, New Mexico Department of Veteran Services. Goodwill Industries will have services available, SSVF, HVRP, CSEP. I have no idea what those acronyms are short for. Local Chavez County veteran organizations, I know American Legion, I think VFW, all of them will have representation, and others as well. Veterans Healthcare Services and Vet Center. So if you're needing information about that or some of the stuff, they've got that available. Women's Veterans Programs was also part of this event. VA Home Loan Information. So if you've never taken advantage of some of that, you might want to try it. This is some of the stuff you as a veteran are entitled to. There are some perks to when you signed on that dotted line and they pretty much took all your freedoms away. I know, but these are some of the perks for that. Take advantage of them. And then finally, also senior services and more. So they got a bunch of stuff. Now the event's going to roll, like I said, it's 8 to 5, but they'll have the presentation, the Colors Youth Challenge is going to start that at 9. They're going to have a PACT Act town hall with the VA Healthcare, the VA Regional Office, and the New Mexico Department of Veteran Services. That'll be from 10 a.m. to noon during the event. At noon, they're going to have a performance by the New Mexico Military Institute Gauss Rifle Team. Those are always cool if you never had a chance to see that. And at 1 o'clock, they're going to have a survivors benefit presentation by the VA Regional Office as well. So those are some of the scheduled events during the day. But if you're just needing information about waivers for tax exemption or women's veteran issues or any of that kind of stuff, you can come by any time between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on March 30th. Again, at the National Guard Armory, 1 Earl Cummings Loop here in Roswell. If you have any questions and want some more information or maybe you would like to be a part of this event, maybe you're an organization or an entity that would like to be involved, reach out to Danielle Thompson. She's the Veteran Service Officer here with the New Mexico Department of Veteran Services here. I think she covers our county and I think Eddie or Lee, I can't remember. But reach out to her, 575-416-2284. Again, 575-416-2284, or email her, danielle.thompson@dvs.nm.gov. Or come out to the event, again, March 30th, 8 to 5 at the National Guard Armory, 1 West Earl Cummings Loop here in town. So,
All right, that's going to do it for us. If you missed any part of the show, I invite you to check it out at your leisure. Log on to KSVPTV and .com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel there, and you'll find all of our interviews and everything we had there for you. Of course, we had folks from the Ackerman's class. They're going to D.C. They've got an event, a fundraising event. We had Elliot Rodriguez. We had Raylan Bean talking about the CVE meeting on Saturday. And, of course, just a few minutes ago, Robert Reynolds. So all of that there and more, KSVPTV.com. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you bright and early tomorrow. Thanks for allowing us to be a part. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott.